106.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
I think everybody in this room can agree on one thing. Nature blows.
What are you talking about? I love nature.
Nature ruins everything. It's always like in the way of a really cool area that you could build a sweet building.
Oh my gosh, you're awful.
There's like bugs and stuff out there that can hurt you. And then dates. Nature ruins dates. Don't ever go on a date in nature. And if you need proof of that, we'll ask Josh, who's on the phone right now for a second date update. Once again, the curse that is Mother Nature ruined his date. What's up, Josh?
How you doing, guys?
Please tell me
Not
you don't
too bad.
agree with him, right, Josh?
I don't know. There's like ups and downs, right? Because I thought it was a great idea before this one. So like I don't fully agree, but I mean, there's moments.
Okay. There's moments when Mother Nature's just a
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
And this sounds like a case of just that, Josh, according to your email. So before we get into your situation, what's the name of the girl that you want to call today?
Her name is Rachel.
Rachel. Okay. And where did you meet Rachel?
I met her on Tinder.
Okay, and did you guys connect because you both love the great outdoors?
Yeah, I mean, kind of, yeah. We were talking about a couple things to do. You know, we matched up, and she likes hiking. I like hiking.
Doesn't everyone like hiking on dating profiles, though?
Yeah, that's the standard thing everybody puts. I like hiking and I'm into food.
Yeah.
It's like what you put down when you can't think of any real, true hobbies that you have.
But I do. I actually do like hiking. I always go hiking with my dog. My dog's name is Girlfriend.
Oh my God, that's really cute.
Smart.
Or desperate. Another way you look at it.
Josh, I'm telling you, you've already won a lot of brownie points.
Yeah, she's a good dog.
Okay, so you do want to do a second date update with your dog, or are you wanting to call this girl Rachel? Now I'm confused, Josh.
I want to call Rachel because she's the gal. She's the person that I wanted to. Yeah.
Okay.
So how did hiking go with Rachel?
It was nice. We met in the parking lot, and then we walked on down the path. Got to there. It was about like 10 minutes into the day. We were laughing. We were having a good time talking. And Girlfriend was running around all up in front, all through the valley.
Oh my God, I'm going to get so confused when you're calling your dog Girlfriend this entire thing.
I know. I'll just refer to her as my dog from now on, okay?
There you go.
That would be helpful, yeah. All right, so your dog's running around. You're out there with Rachel getting eaten by mosquitoes and sunburned probably.
No,
Sounds
stop.
horrible, but okay. You guys sound like you're enjoying yourself.
Yeah, we were having a good time. So I found this rope swing. It's hanging from this solid branch just right in the middle of this valley, right? And then she gets on the swing, and I accidentally push her from like lengthwise down the valley, so she didn't have a place to step off of.
Wait, I'm confused.
Onto the different sides of the valley. Does it make sense?
No, like, is this swing over a canyon or something? I don't understand when you're saying valley.
Yeah, it's like a slight valley where you can go up on one side of the valley and put your foot in a little knot on this little kind of swing thing, and you can kind of step off of it and swing back and forth.
So it's like a rope swing that would go over water, but there's no water. There's just a drop off.
Like it used to be a river, but it's now not a river.
Got it.
Okay, now this makes
so
more sense.
There's an opportunity that if you fell off into the valley or the dry riverbed or whatever, you could hurt yourself pretty badly.
Which is unfortunately what happened.
No!
Oh, no!
She fell off the rope swing onto the ground?
She got up on the rope swing, right? And I pushed her lengthwise down the valley, and she wasn't able to stop properly, and she tried to get off of it, and she got her foot stuck, and she accidentally fell onto the ground and scraped up her entire leg.
How did she react? I mean, obviously she's in pain, but like...
Well, I mean, obviously, like, I went over to see, like, how she was doing when she fell, but she was a little pissed, and she said, you know, clearly that's not the right way to push me.
That's kind of funny.
And I felt really bad. I ended up helping her up and getting her up off the ground, but I guess it ended up semi-okay. She ended up, like, leaning on me the entire way back, which was nice.
Wait.
But then I'm, like, in the back of my head, I was like, no, but she's hurt.
Yeah.
She had to limp the entire way back so badly that she had to lean on you for support?
It was kind of cute.
Uh-huh.
Great plan, Josh. I like it.
Attaboy.
What happened at the end? Did she just get in her car and leave?
No, like, I asked her, I was like, so, I mean, this is, like, a terrible idea, but why don't we do something safer next time? How's that? Let's actually just go to dinner or something like that.
Oh.
And you said you've been texting. Has she stopped talking to you, or you guys are still kind of talking?
It's kind of like, it's just off and on. Like, she texts me, I text her. I really don't know. Like, it seems like she's blowing me off, but I don't know.
Ooh.
Okay, well, we'll play a song. come back, call her, and find out if she is blowing you off. And if she isn't, it might ruin your chances of getting a second date. But we'll see in your second date update coming up right after this.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just joining us for today's second date update, Josh is on the phone, and Josh is what we refer to as a swinger. That's right.
That's a good point.
And that might have ruined Josh's first date because Josh took his date for a little swinging action, and apparently when you swing too hard, people get hurt. You know what I'm saying, Josh?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
Yep. If you missed the first part of today's second date update, Josh took a girl named Rachel hiking. They went hiking and then they found a rope swing on the trail somewhere and they swung back and forth on it. He did fine. And then when he pushed her the wrong way down like a little ravine or something. And she ended up falling because she couldn't get off the swing and she scratched up her leg. And then they ended the date after he patched her up and sent her on her way. And she's been texting with him, but kind of giving him the blow off. So we're going to find out if it's another case of swinging gone wrong when we call her in just a second. Any last thoughts, Josh?
No, I hope you guys can get to the bottom of this. She's very beautiful and she was really fun. She had like a super symmetrical face.
What?
Okay.
That's okay. I mean, yes, she must be very photographic.
She's very photographic. You know what they say? Symmetrical faces are good genes. You know that's a thing, right?
Yeah.
Josh, I thought you were so normal until you just started analyzing the distance between her eyes.
Sorry, it's just I don't know. It's something that I noticed about. Anyway, she's very beautiful.
There it is. Just leave it there.
Okay. Here we go, Josh. We're going to find out why she doesn't want to go out with you. I'm going to dial her phone number right now. Here we go.
Hello.
Hi, may I speak to Rachel, please?
This is Rachel.
Hey, what's up, Rachel? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
This is a radio show?
Yes, we actually got an email about you from one of our listeners.
What? From who?
Well, his name is Josh, and you guys recently went on a hike together.
Oh. Okay. Sure.
Can't tell if that's a good laugh or a not good laugh
Yeah.
about Josh. Just still laughing.
Sorry, I was not expecting this call.
It's okay.
Wasn't
Yeah.
expecting to be on the radio right now. Why is he sending you emails about me?
Well, because we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out with somebody on a date and then end up blowing them off, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and find out what happened. And Josh kind of thinks that you've been giving him the runaround.
I mean, I don't really think I blew him off.
Well, he says that you guys, have been texting a bunch, but you'll kind of disappear for a few days, and then every time he asks you out, you say you're busy.
I mean, I don't know. Some stuff has come up. I've had a couple extra work shifts happen. I don't know. It just hasn't been the easiest to meet back up with him
Yeah.
right now.
But Rachel, when you really like somebody, you make time.
Okay, true. Yeah, I mean, sure.
Okay, so Rachel, should I just go back to Josh then and say, hey, Rachel absolutely wants to go out with you. She likes you a lot, and she can't wait?
All right, please don't. No.
Okay, see, exactly.
Uh-oh.
So
The truth.
obviously you don't really want to go out with him again. Can you tell us why?
I mean, he's a nice guy. He's fine. He just has some weird habits, I guess, or a couple of weird tendencies I found out. I don't know.
What are they?
I don't know. He's got weird ideas about his dog, I feel like.
Ideas.
Weird ideas about his dog?
I don't know.
He told us that the dog's name was Girlfriend, which I thought was kind of funny.
Yeah, charming.
Yeah, it was kind of cute, but then I don't know, it's just kind of creepy in the long run, I felt like.
Really?
It was
Yeah.
creepy. Okay, now I'm really concerned because you said weird ideas about his dog, and now the word creepy has come up. Should we be on the phone with police and not you?
No, I mean, it's nothing that shocking, I guess, or that, I don't know.
Are you just not a person that likes dogs very much? Maybe
No,
you're not.
I love dogs. I have pets. I love my pets. It's just, I don't make out with them in front of people.
What?
Oh, that's
Make out?
a
Come
bold
on.
statement there, Rachel. Is Josh making out with Girlfriend?
A little. I mean,
Ew, what?
Oh, really? Okay, now you really have to explain, Rachel.
It was an open-faced kiss.
What?
Whoa.
Open mouth.
Okay,
You're saying
let's
Josh...
rewind here a second, Rachel. So now you really have to explain. When did he make out with this dog in front of you?
After we took a little hike, we found like this swing, like a little rope swing. And, to cut to the point, I ended up getting hurt.
Okay.
Ended up falling.
Yeah.
And it's not that I'm really upset about getting hurt, like I'm accident prone, like whatever. But it was just when he came to check on me, he was, asking how I was. He was checking, looked at my leg. And then he was like, hey, do you want my dog to like lick your wounds?
What? Wait,
Yeah.
was he being serious? Like your bloody open wounds on your leg? He wanted...
Yeah, like I was just cut like all down my leg, like I have a big gash like on my thigh. And I mean, like I was still kind of coming out of it from like just the shock of like falling and like getting myself back together. And he was just like, no. Like he's like treating it like, the dog's tongue was medicinal. And he was just like, no, there's enzymes in the tongue and it helps break down things. Like this is how dogs, heal their wounds in the wild. Like they just lick it back to health. It'll stop the bleeding. And I was like, okay, can you just like pour some water on it? Give me your t-shirt maybe. Like.
So you didn't take him up on the dog lick, huh?
I didn't.
Okay,
I didn't. I just felt a little weird about it.
Where does the dog makeout session happen?
Well, like after I was like, I don't know, and he was just like, no, look, it's fine. And so then he just gave girlfriend a big kiss in front of me.
Oh my
And that just made me wonder, how much more is he doing this? Is he carrying around mouthwash? Was he expecting me to kiss him after that? Like, I don't know. Like, it was like, there's a few thoughts in my head after that.
And I hate to ask for more graphic detail, but was it like tongue to tongue dog kiss? Like he like opened his mouth?
Yeah, the tongues kind of came out. There's definitely some licking exchanges on the faces.
They were licking each other.
Yeah, there was just like there was a lot of licking action around the mouth. Just like full lip contact on the nose.
Excuse me. There's nothing wrong with that.
I think a lot of people would argue with you.
Is that Josh on the phone?
Yeah, actually it is. He's been on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Are you serious?
Hi, Rachel. I had no idea that was what the thing was that you thought was weird.
I mean, it was a little off-putting. It was just, it irked me a little in the end, I think.
Okay, but no, let me explain. Like, I wanted to show you how clean a dog's mouth was. I wasn't making out with the dog. I wanted to show you how clean it was so it would lick your leg.
All right, well, your tongues were touching, so it really looked like you were heading for a makeout sesh to me.
Well, yes, our tongues were touching, but that was just to prove to you that dogs have clean mouths,
What?
I mean, that's fine. I've had a dog lick me before. I just don't do it like that on purpose. Like, I understand. It's fine. I mean, I'm not trying to have that dog be my doctor right now and lick my wounds.
No, I get it. I thought it would be good. I thought it would be useful. I don't know.
Josh, one, I don't know that your facts about dogs having clean mouths are true. I think that's an old wives' tale. And two, why on earth would you think it's a good idea to, one, kiss your dog and then offer to have your dog clean up, essentially a stranger's wounds?
Mm-hmm. The simplest way that I can actually say it is that dog saliva has a lot of white blood cells in it it's very good to help clean out wounds, clean out scrapes, get all the gravel outside of, Look, even if you have a sunburn, girlfriend can lick that right off for you.
Oh my gosh, Josh, that
Sorry.
is so wrong.
Josh, it sounds like you've done a lot of research in finding reasons for your dog to lick you.
I have not to lick me. No, just to heal.
No, just stick with aloe vera, Josh. That is weird, man.
Tylenol, stuff like that.
To me, I don't know. It's a little gross. I mean, we were out in the woods that day anyway, so you don't know what she was already licking up off the ground, what she was sniffing,
Anything that goes in that mouth is going to be cleaned out by that mouth.
Okay, Josh. All right. Let's leave
Good point,
the mouth
Josh.
out of it.
That's what they say, right?
Oh,
All
God.
right, Rachel.
Why did
Well,
you...
Rachel, after hearing everything that you just heard, Josh and his dog would love it if you would go out on a second date with them. Would you be interested? We will pay for it.
I'm sorry, but I think I'm going to have to pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
probably for a lot of reasons. I mean, you definitely would always be second tier to girlfriend anyway.
Exactly. He's already got one girlfriend, so I don't want to be number two.
No.
Yeah.
I am making a mistake, Rachel. This girlfriend's just the one little facet of my life. My tongue, it works in many different ways, Rachel.
Oh, that's so gross.
You hear that,
Josh.
Rachel?
Hoping.
Are you sure? You're sure you don't want to go out with Josh and his mysterious tongue?
Yeah, I'm gonna say no. I'm
Yeah.
gonna say no. Yeah.
That is a hard pass,
It didn't
Josh.
help. It really didn't help your
Right.
case.
Well, unfortunately, Josh, it just has to be you and your dog for a little while, which I don't think you're going to mind very much. So I think you're good, actually.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
For today's second date update, we got a dude named Gavin on the phone, and Gavin said he met the girl he wants to call today at a bros night at the club.
Oh, yeah.
You know, bros night.
Oh, man.
Bros night out.
Yeah.
You know, where dudes go out trolling for ladies, and it's never successful.
What?
And then you just end the bros night back at your buddy's house, drinking and complaining about how all the girls were ugly anyway. And lesbians, too. I mean, they didn't want to talk to us. Must be a bunch of ugly lesbians at the club tonight.
Only possible explanation.
That's all it could possibly be. But it sounds like Gavin actually met a girl at a bros night, which is impressive. What's up, Gavin?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Oh,
Pretty good.
Gavin.
How'd you do that? How'd you actually meet a girl while you were out with your buddies?
Oh, man, you guys can hate all you want, but me and my buddy Dave, we go rubbing and clubbing all the time.
Did you wait? Stop, Gavin. You did not just say rubbing and clubbing.
I did.
Attaboy.
I don't even really know what that means. Do you rub first? Do you club first? What's happening?
Just use your imagination. It ain't clubbing without the rubbing, right?
Oh man,
I'm using my
God.
imagination, and your bros night just got a lot more interesting.
Dude, I feel like you're the guy that girls try to avoid when they go out to the club. I'm sorry, Gavin.
I'll tell you that you're right about that sometimes, but
I instantly like you better for that response, though.
yeah, I mean, nobody hits all the time, right? But
Right? Okay.
you got to try.
All right, so it sounds like you didn't strike out this night. What's the girl's name that you want to call today?
Casey.
Ooh,
Casey.
say it like
Oh.
that. She must be sexy.
Oh, man, this girl was sexy. She was exactly what I was looking for. And, you know, you dress well. You know, I dress really nice, and I smell really good.
Okay,
and
yeah.
it's like my thing. It's like what I do, right?
What attracted you to Casey? She was the only female that looked in your general direction, or was it?
Well, I'm like a dancer, too, right? Like, I'm not a professional dancer. I don't have no training or nothing, but I go clubbing a lot, and I watch other people, and I go home and I practice.
Oh, good job. Okay.
Nice.
I can actually appreciate a man who enjoys dancing and isn't just trying to grind on somebody's leg.
I know you do. Ladies like the dancing,
Yeah.
and sometimes it helps with the grinding.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, even the rubbing.
Exactly.
All right, so you impressed her with your dance moves? Threw a little stanky leg in her direction, and she was like, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, I pressed her with, first she caught my eye, right? She had to catch my eye with her dance moves, and just, she was looking good, man. She was wearing this cute little thing, and she was just looking good. And so it's all about body language when you're rubbing and clubbing, right?
Okay.
And so you gotta the reason people strike out is, right, they just go up to somebody and they're like, hey, what's up? And they throw out some stupid line, but you can't do that, man. You gotta do the body language.
Oh.
You gotta get to know somebody. Like, I'm gonna make them notice me before I come up and say anything to them.
Okay.
Right. You stand across the dance floor, and you bite your lower lip, and you do like a hump gesture and point at them.
No, man, it's not like Night at the Roxbury. Like, you got to be smooth and you got to look like a nice guy and someone who's just having a good time, right? People are attracted to someone who's having a good time.
Right. You got to laugh a lot, talk to other people, be really loud.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then you just like slowly move your way closer, and before you knew, we was dancing together and we was vibing, having a good time, and one thing led to another, and we have a couple drinks together and we chat, and we're back in my place.
Yeah. And what was that like?
It was amazing. I was super excited about it, popping out of my pants, and we're like,
Whoa, God, Gavin.
I don't think he meant it like that.
I think he did.
Yeah. No.
I think rubbing and clubbing totally meant it like that.
I might have meant it like that.
Yeah, I told
Very,
you.
very, very excited that she was there. And did everything go according to plan? You guys hook up?
No. So I'm in my clubbing clothes. It's all looking nice, but it's a little restrictive. So I'm like, I'm going to go change into something a little restrictive, and I'm going to come back.
Okay.
And when I come back out, I don't know what happened, man. But she's at the door, and I'm like, what's up? And she says, don't ever talk to me again, you disgusting pig. And then she leaves.
Whoa.
That's extreme.
Gavin, why'd you get called a pig? What'd you do?
I have no idea. I didn't do nothing. I went to change clothes, I come back, and she's ready to go.
Are you sure you don't have like a whiteboard in your house that has like number checks for every girl you've brought back home?
No, I keep that hidden away.
I don't know. I feel like I believe you still.
No, he's joking.
Is he?
Is there anything in your apartment at all that she could have saw that would make her call you a pig?
Listen, I don't have anything out in my apartment that any lady could see that could be offensive. So if I want to bring somebody home, I don't want them to run away. Like any movies or whatever. Nothing.
Maybe when you said you wanted to get into something less restrictive, that for some reason she thought that wasn't what was on your mind when you guys went back to your house.
No, I promise you, she knew exactly what was happening because when I came back out, she had put her clothes back on.
Oh, okay. So she was
wow,
already in the undressed state.
Mm-hmm.
Man, she even got dressed. Okay.
Dang.
And have you tried to reach out to her since?
I did. I tried texting her, but I'm pretty sure she blocked me.
Yeah.
Oh,
She said
no,
never
hater.
talk to me again. She was, I think, serious.
That's why I need your help, man. This hookup never happened. It's the hookup that never was.
So wait,
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call her and get your second date update and see if we can make the hookup that never was become the hookup that could be.
That sounds like a movie title or something. I love it. Let's do it.
Yeah, it's the sequel to Rubbing and Clubbing. So we'll do that right after this. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
All right, Gavin, are you ready to make your phone call?
I'm ready.
Well, before we do that, Gavin, I need to slip into something a little more comfortable. Kind of like how you did on your date. So I know you can't see me right now because you're on the phone, but I've put on my leather shorts, my knee-high gym socks,
how is this more comfortable?
of course, my pink Vicky's Secret bra, and my mask. I just put my mask on.
Oh my God.
All right.
I'm ready to hang out.
You gotta stop. You give me a hot and bothered.
What?
I'm sorry, I had to unzip the mouth on my mask there. Sorry, Gavin. It was
That
probably
took a
hard to hear.
turn.
Oh, gross.
All right.
Don't push my buttons, man.
Yeah, I know. I know you're getting all excited. You're like, I don't want to call this girl for a second date. You just want to meet up with me now.
Yeah.
The reason why I bring that up is because Gavin met a girl named Casey at the club. They went back to his house. They were fooling around, and he was like, I'm going to go change my clothes, slip into something a little more comfortable. And then when he came out, she had put her clothes back on, called him a pig, and said she never wanted to talk to him, and then left.
You believe that?
Yeah, we do believe it. It's very believable, Gavin.
It's not believable. I'm not a pig. I don't know why she thinks that.
All right, well, we'll give her a call right now and see if we can figure it out for you, okay?
Yeah, man, good luck. This girl don't even answer her phone.
Yeah, okay. Here's the thing. I don't feel super great about calling this girl because she said she never wanted to talk to you again. Are you looking just for a hookup with her? Do you need some sort of what do you want out of this?
Absolutely. I just want to hook up.
What? Why would? There's like 1,000 girls you can go hook up with, Gavin. Why her?
Because if you saw her, you'd know.
Oh, okay.
And also because she walked away.
You're so close.
Right. Look, I had my mind set on it. That's all.
Well, okay. I will stop you from all the romantic talk, and we'll continue this.
Yeah, we'll see if we can make this love connection happen for you. All right, here we go. I'm going to dial the phone number.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Casey, please?
This is she. Who's this?
Hey, Casey, how are you? My name is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Who are you calling from?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Oh, I don't know you.
No, you don't, Casey.
All right, no, you don't.
Yeah.
But I'm glad we're meeting now. I'm calling you today, Casey, because one of our listeners actually emailed us about you.
Who? I don't understand what's happening.
Well, we do a segment on our show. It's called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back after, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and find out what happened. And you recently met a dude named Gavin while you're out at the club.
Oh, my God. Oh.
Whoa.
It literally sounded like you just threw up in your mouth right now.
Yeah, because I did.
Gross.
Right. So Gavin told us a little bit about meeting you. He said he liked you a lot and he thought everything was going fine. But then you left his house and called him a pig and said you never wanted to talk to him again.
That's right.
Okay.
So you can understand why, I don't know why he'd be confused though. Like, according to him, everything up until that moment was great.
I think he knows why.
No.
Well, we talked to him and he has no idea. Do you want to tell us?
The guy's a pig and he knows it.
He actually doesn't though.
Think about this, okay? So he's a pig and he's going to continue being a pig unless he knows why he's a pig. And he has no idea. So if you tell us, then we can tell him and maybe he can change his ways and not be a pig anymore. You could help turn that pig into a beautiful butterfly.
Now, let's not go too far, right? Like, she threw up in her own mouth, for God's sakes. I think that may be a stretch.
I just know that he's a cheater.
Whoa.
How?
And how do you know that?
So I don't know what he told you, but we were having a good time. We were. And we were on his couch, and then he went into his room. And so I looked up, and I saw that he had, those Amazon Echoes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And, I just met him, and, I got to take care of myself. And my girlfriends have told me that you could find out a lot about people from their Amazons, right?
Oh, I thought you were going to say he was cheating with Alexa, which would be terrible.
Wait. How do you find out stuff about somebody from their Alexa?
Well, you can grocery shop for groceries with your Amazon account. And so I asked Alexa, what's in your shopping list? And so he had a couple of like razor blades and shaving cream and cotton balls. And then it started getting into stuff like feminine hygiene products, secret deodorant, like CoverGirl makeup.
What?
Yeah, and he lives in a one-bedroom apartment, so this isn't a roommate. He's clearly living with a woman and must have been his girlfriend.
Uh-oh.
So,
Oh my God, you
Or
are
he's using that stuff for himself.
tampons? Really?
No, Jubal.
They can be fun if you know how to use them correctly.
No,
Okay? Don't
Dude!
ask me how I know that, but they can be.
Casey, you are like a genius sleuth, I feel like, right now.
I've got to take care of myself because there are a lot of guys out there who will just sleep around, and I'm not that kind of girl.
All right. Hey, I'm sorry. I gotta say something.
What?
Oh, sorry, Casey. That's Gavin. He's on the other line and wants to talk to you.
Hey, Casey.
Oh, my God.
Oh, you come in like that, Gavin. Really? Really? She just busted you, dude.
Yeah, but because I'm not worried because it's all the stuff's from my mom, man.
For your mom?
What?
From my mom. I get free
Yeah.
shipping.
So you say. Anyone can say that. I can. No. There's no way that can be your mom's. That's just bullshit because your mom wouldn't wear CoverGirl makeup.
My mom had me when she was a sophomore in high school. I got a young, hot mom.
What? What?
Oh, God. Now it's getting worse.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
Hold
Sometimes people
on.
think she's my sister.
Gavin, that doesn't... You're not buying tampons for your mom. I don't even buy tampons for my mom.
Look, I understand you're upset right now, and that's okay. I forgive you, but I didn't do nothing wrong.
I forgive you.
What is there to forgive? You're the one.
You left me hanging.
Oh.
It was about to go down, and all of a sudden you call me a pig, so.
Oh.
And you're a lying pig. I mean,
Look, I don't know what you've been through that you're so distrusting, but I promise
Oh,
you there's
no.
nothing going on.
Classic. He's trying to turn it back around on you, Casey, and make you the crazy one. Don't take it. Don't take the bait.
Yeah, no, I'm not the crazy one. You're the one who's buying tampons for your mom and CoverGirl makeup, right?
Yeah. Gavin, why are you buying all your mom's feminine hygiene products?
Because I love my mom.
No,
Yeah,
you're a
but
liar.
it still sounds weird. Like, a lot of people like their moms or love their moms or whatever, but they don't usually buy them tampons and makeup.
She gives me a list, and I order this stuff.
Okay, wait,
I
hold
don't know
on.
what's so hard to understand.
Why doesn't she just, I don't know, maybe go to the grocery store or order it herself?
Because she would have to go to the grocery store to do it. She could just tell me what to do, and I get it. She don't understand computers and all that.
Wait, you have a hot young mom who doesn't understand computers. Now your story is really starting to unravel here, buddy.
Well, she grew up in the 80s.
When I left the other night, I was 100% sure you were a liar, but now I'm 120% sure you're a liar, and you've got this mama's boy complex.
Okay, all I'm saying is there's still time to salvage something out of this.
What?
We never had anything. Come on.
You are still not trying here, Gavin. Are you really?
I am. She's a beautiful woman.
You know, at this point, I wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole. Maybe your lies would work with somebody else at the club, but not me. I wasn't born yesterday. I thought you were just a run-of-the-mill cheater, but now, oh, God, no thanks.
Okay, well, in that case, Casey, I would love to ask you if you'll go out with Gavin on a second date. We will pay for it.
You know, I have to go right now. I have to go to work. This is taking up a lot of my time. God, what a way to start the day.
Can you pick me up some tampons on your way back? No, I guess I'm not getting my tampons in. Unless Gavin, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Gavin, you're a dirty dog. I cannot believe you. You lied to us too, man.
How do you know I lied to you?
Because I'm not an idiot, Gavin.
I don't know.
Really? You're going to go buy tampons for your mom next,
If
Jose?
she asked me, of
No,
course
you
I
would not. That is such a lie. Even online, you guys wouldn't do that.
I might be lying to you. But you don't know that.
We can't prove it, so you know what, Gavin?
You're sick, dude.
Casey, the girl that you called, doesn't listen to the show, but you do, so I trust you over her.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. Thank you.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Got a text in at 78592 says, I don't know what to think about that second date update, but I do know that I'm going to be rich now. Thank you. So, if you missed today's second date update, Penny wanted to call this dude named Christian. They actually knew each other in middle school, and she saw him at a fair. They decided to actually go out after they reconnected. But the reason he wasn't calling back was because during her date, she ran into a friend who she works with. They work in the same field. They do like a pyramid scheme type thing for water filters.
Yeah.
And they spent like 15 minutes pitching him on why he should sell these water filters. And he thought that he'd been scammed and set up by her to go out on this date just so that she could try to sell him some water filters.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it just dawned on me.
What?
Did she just do the whole second date update so she could pitch us the same thing?
Whoa.
Did we get scammed?
Maybe you guys got scammed, but I'm still investing in this, okay? So, yeah, you guys lost out because you don't want to believe her, but I am going to retire pretty soon.
We did get a couple texts, and they're like, what are the water filters called?
Totally.
Like, this could honestly be a scam.
And what if she never wanted to date with the guy to begin with?
Oh, my God.
What if the
mind's
whole thing
blown.
from the very beginning? What if she never even knew him from junior high?
Well, then she's a genius marketer, and good job.
Yeah.
Hopefully we moved some water filters for you. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back. Don't forget, it is Friday, so Young Jeffrey's Song of the Week is coming up at 8:10.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
The girl on the phone for a second date update today thinks she might not be getting a call back because she was too prepared for her date.
Too prepared?
Yeah. She took along something in her purse that she figured could help them both out, and apparently she feels like the guy got a little shocked when he saw it.
Whoa, I don't know what it is, but my mind is going to places that are not very clean.
We'll find out what it is in just a second, but she's on the phone right now. Samantha, what's up?
Hey.
Hey.
Oh my gosh, you sound really pissed almost right now, Samantha.
No, dude, you guys just made that sound like, oh, what she got in her purse?
Yeah,
Like,
well.
it's a normal thing.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Maybe you're going to think twice now before you put things like that in your purse before a date, right?
Oh, what
Could I put it in perspective? Like, could I tell you what happened?
Yeah, I guess.
Sure.
Okay, first tell us how you met the guy you want to call today.
Yeah, so his name's Charlie, and we were set up on a blind date by mutual friends.
Oh, and was it like blind where you hadn't even like stalked him on Facebook or Instagram or anything?
Well, I didn't know his last name, so I couldn't do my due diligence.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
But you did look at like every Charlie in like a 50-mile
Dude, I looked at
radius.
so many Charlies. I was hoping our mutual friends. I'm like, who's the Charlie? I was like, geez.
And how was the date with Charlie? What'd you guys do?
We went to this bar that was kind of in between us because we both live a bit of a distance from each other. So we met in the middle at this bar.
And were you nervous going into this, or did you feel pretty cool?
Yeah, it was my first blind date. So
Okay.
I was like, oh, I don't know. And I haven't been able to snoop him. And I was like, ooh, what if I can't hide that I'm not attracted to him? Like, you know, all these thoughts, you know.
So were you relieved when you got to the restaurant, or how'd you feel?
He's very cute.
Okay.
He's like the definition of my type. He's tall, he's got dark hair and green eyes and like these thick eyebrows that kind of come up to a point that I like on guys.
I'm like picturing Dracula, what you just described, but
no, but I'd give him a shot, you know, at this point.
Okay.
All right. So you were pleasantly surprised with Charlie. Tell us about your date.
So we sat at the bar, we're chatting, we're laughing, the conversation is flowing easy. And he said I can't remember what it was, because this is like on our second drink. He said something super funny. And I was like, all right, cheers to that. And then we clinked. And I was like, hold on. To commemorate this moment, can I get a picture? Because what he said was just, it was like a perfect moment on a date.
hold on though. You stopped in the middle of laughing at somebody's joke to take a picture?
Yeah.
No, the laughter had ended, and it was like, I think I did it at the right moment, you know? So that's when I reached in my purse, and I grabbed my selfie stick, and you know, after he said yeah.
Wait, what did you just say?
Hold on.
I said I grabbed my selfie stick out of my purse.
You brought a selfie stick with you on a first date?
Well, it's always in my purse.
Okay.
Yeah, but then you have to like attach your camera to it and then pull it out. I mean, this isn't.
Oh, come on, you're making it sound like it's like hard labor. You just pop it in and hold it out.
Okay, I would be off put if I was on a date with you.
Dude, it's so normal.
No.
Yeah,
No.
it is. It is. It really is.
I just feel like that's a lot for a first date to put a first date picture up on Instagram.
Look, it's obvious you haven't dated in like a long time. But people do it all the time. Or maybe this is like a generation gap where you guys.
Oh my God, I am not that old, all right?
Yeah,
Listen,
all right.
I am married. I will say married, but I'm not that old.
Okay.
Well.
So you ended up taking a picture with your selfie stick. You said in your email you thought that might be one of the reasons he's not calling you back.
That's the only thing that stands out in the date. Because like after that, a group of his friends were also just happened to be at the same bar. And they came over and they said hello. And he introduced me and they invited him to, they were going to some other place. And he was just like, yeah. And so we closed out and walked outside. It was gorgeous. It was absolutely gorgeous. The moon was huge. It was bright. It was creating this like beautiful blue backlight. I didn't take a picture.
Okay, I thought that's what we were working up to. And I'm like, all right.
No. But it was just really romantic and just sort of magical outside. And so, you know, we went out to get some air and I pointed it out. I was like, wow, look at the moon. It's gorgeous. Like, this is so romantic. It was a perfect moment for a first kiss.
And?
That's what I'm thinking.
And I don't think he picked up on the moment.
Oh.
Did he just stand there and go, yeah, it is gorgeous?
That's exactly what he did. That is exactly what he did. And so I was like, okay, well, maybe he's a little socially awkward. So I started like slowly leaning in.
Yeah.
And he's like, what are you doing?
Oh, you got shot down.
Oh, no.
Dude, so I got shy, and I was like, you have something on your shirt. I was just going to get it off.
I will say, smooth recovery.
Yeah. Very.
Well, not exactly, because he was like, really? Because I thought you were trying to kiss me, and that would be weird.
Shut up! He said that? He said, and that would be weird.
Whoa.
And that would be weird. And I was like, no, I wasn't trying to kiss you. Like,
Silly.
You're like,
What are you talking about, you
That's
pervert? You out here
disgusting.
trying to kiss me or something? Are you dropping hints?
and he's like, because I just met you. you know? And I was like, of course. Yeah, I just met you, you know?
Of course.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
I like her.
So that's an awkward end to the date then. Was that like the last little
yeah,
bit?
so that felt awkward, but like the conversation was so free flowing and it was so easy and light and fun. And that's why I'm kind of disappointed he didn't call me afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
I could see that. I mean, selfie stick aside, it sounds like a great evening.
Yeah.
Like, how can a selfie stick, something so simple, be a deal breaker?
I wouldn't think that would ruin things for you, but maybe the awkward kiss moment could have.
Well, he doesn't know that I was going in for a kiss. I played it off pretty well.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll play a song, come back, and then call him and get your second date update, okay?
Okay, thanks.
All right. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Samantha is on the phone, and she wants to call a guy named Charlie. They were set up by friends. They went out to a bar, had a fun time. She thinks that he might have thought the selfie stick she brought along was awkward to take pictures with. And then at the end of the date, there was another awkward moment when they walked outside and saw the moon, and she looked up at it and was thinking, this is so romantic. I know that he's just going to lean over right now and we're going to make eye contact and
Oh my gosh.
we're going to share a beautiful kiss. And then in his head, it was just, that is a nice moon up there. That sure does look good. It'd be really cool if you would kiss someone in front of that moon, but too bad I don't got nobody to kiss. So it was definitely mixed signals. He wasn't getting the right signals from her. She tried to lean over for a kiss, and he was like, whoa, what are you doing? And she had to play it off like she was getting something off of his shirt. So they parted ways, and she hasn't heard from him since. So we're about to get him on the phone and find out why.
Jubal, I need you to not bring up that I tried to kiss him, please.
Oh, you don't want that information out there.
No, dude, you guys are killing it. I got away with it. Why are you?
Yeah, I mean, you said
what
that
we
you played it
do.
off fine, and you said that he had no idea, so I won't bring that up. I won't
really
say, hey, did you notice that she was trying to kiss you when you shut her down accidentally?
Oh my God.
Okay, I'll dial his phone number right now, okay? Here we go.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Charlie, please?
this is he.
Hey, Charlie, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
What? I'm sorry. What's Brooke and Jubal in the morning? What can I do for you?
It's a radio show, a morning radio show.
A morning radio show. And what does it have to do with me?
Well, I'm calling you today because we recently got an email about you from one of our listeners.
An email from a listener about me.
Yes,
Why?
because they recently went out on a date with you and they thought you were awesome, but now you're not calling them back.
Okay, so
I know, it's weird.
so what do
I'll
you?
explain it to you, Charlie. I'll explain it to you. We do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back after, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and find out what happened. So you went out with a girl named Samantha the other day.
Isn't not returning the call enough?
Well,
Most of the time.
apparently, I mean, it's enough to let them know you're not interested, but they want to know why.
Wow. Yeah, I don't really know if I want to talk about it. I don't know if it would be fair to Samantha. I don't know.
Well, if you're thinking about it being fair to her, she is the one who wanted us to do this phone call, and she also said that she's willing to hear whatever the reason is.
I mean, she told us that she thought you guys got along great and that you had good chemistry.
Oh, good chemistry. She said that as well.
Well,
Good
not
chemistry.
okay. Listen, she didn't say that specifically. That's how I interpreted what she said about the date. Like that you laughed. It was easy. There was
Yes,
even.
it was easy to laugh. Yes.
Whoa.
Wait, did you mean that? Like, did you just insult? Was that an insult?
No, listen. All right, look, I am. Oh, this is difficult. I'm not a jerk. I enjoyed meeting Samantha. It's just obvious to me that she has some drama going on in her life, and I don't want to be involved in it.
Why is it obvious?
I don't know what she told you.
Well, she said that you guys got set up through friends, went to a bar, took a picture there, and then hung out for a little while, and that was about it.
Took a picture there. Okay, yeah. It was more than a picture. It was like a production shoot. She breaks out a selfie stick, has to take a number of different pictures till she finds the right one, then spends more time putting effects and filters on it and whatnot. I was willing to be like, all right, no, whatever, no big deal. But then I get home, and on Instagram, she's got somebody else tagged, and the quote is what freaked me out. She's like, I want to get specifically. Hold on. She says, "Sorry, Jake. Looks like I've moved on."
Nuh-uh.
What?
Yeah.
You were part of a revenge picture?
Oh.
I guess so. I don't know what is going on, but there's some kind of drama there, and I don't want to be involved in it.
She did
You
not
didn't,
tell us that. She made it sound so innocent, like she was just capturing the moment, and it was no big deal.
I don't want to be involved in any of her drama. I've had that stuff in the past, and I am not ready to deal with it. I don't want it.
Wow.
Okay, well, you're probably going to really like the fact that she's on the other line listening and wants to talk to you. Not dramatic at all. So, Samantha.
What are you talking about? She's on the phone?
Yes, she's listening right now. Samantha?
Yeah, hi.
Oh, my God.
So first, Charlie, let me just say that there's absolutely no drama at all to be worried about. And just to explain that post, I recently got out of a relationship, and my ex had done that to me a few weeks ago. And
sounds drama-free.
well,
right?
and so I did it back. But what the point is we both shot our shots off the mast at each other, and it's over.
Oh, sure.
All right.
If I could, and listen, Samantha, I really enjoyed your company, and as I said before, I knew you were there. Absolutely beautiful girl, but I felt like I had been cast in this role of your boyfriend, and you were shooting like you were just looking for somebody to stand next to you in the Instagram shot.
I know. I'm sorry that it came off that way, and I made you feel that way, or any of that. I could not be more sorry. But the truth is I really do like you, like quite a lot. and that isn't normally me. I was emotional and sort of just overly excited when I had finally met you and you were you. So I'm hoping that this doesn't kill things.
Oh, wow. Well, that's really nice of you to say, Sam. But I was just kind of like, what the hell is going on here?
I get it.
Yeah, no, but like really, Sam, like what were you thinking when you posted it? Were you thinking about how you liked him, or were you just thinking about getting back at your ex?
Honestly, I was like 2 drinks in, rounding the third, and having fun, and I don't know what made me think this is a good time to do this, or that I should at all.
Right, because I mean, I think what you said is really nice, but it is a red flag if you're on a date with somebody and you're 2 drinks in and the first thought is your ex, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, no, okay, just in my defense, the first thought wasn't my ex. The first thought was, what he said was super funny, and I want to remember this moment. And I took the picture, but then when I started running it to the filters and saw how good it turned out.
Okay.
Then you thought revenge.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that. I mean, I've been there. I understand.
It's a good pick.
But you got to understand that it comes off as a little crazy, right, Charlie?
Totally crazy, and it just seems like she's got this thing where she's got to let everybody know, including Jake, that she's going out with somebody else. I don't need this, man. I don't need Jake all of a sudden contacting. Who knows? I don't know how things ended, but all of a sudden I go home. Here I am and her Instagram with a quote that says, "Sorry, Jake. Looks like I've moved on."
Well, I will say, Charlie, you should be flattered, though, because no girl would post that if you were ugly. You're obviously an upgrade from Jake, because that is the only reason she would text and tag Jake in that.
The picture really did come out really great in spite of it all. And I know it was stupid of me to write that caption. And I really hope that I'm not entirely judged by one stupid, buzzed, bad caption.
Well,
you know?
Let's find out. Charlie, would you like to go out with Samantha on another date? We will pay for it. Will you go out with her again?
Can it be social media free?
Oh.
Of course. Yeah.
Of course?
Yeah, I know.
Really? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not so sure I trust you.
Well, give me a chance to build back the trust.
Ooh.
I think you can actually trust her because if she was going to call us and put all this on the air, and if her ex heard, she looks pretty pathetic right now. So she's just risking a lot for this date, I'm saying.
Thank you.
What do you think, Charlie?
You know what? I think it's worth one more date. Let's do it.
Yay!
Oh, cool.
So that's sweet. All right. Well, congratulations, you two. And hey, Samantha, on this date, if you actually do try to lean in for a kiss, it might actually happen.
Jubal, you weren't supposed to say anything.
Say what? I just thought maybe you guys could share a kiss.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in, it's 78592. It says anybody that posts a "I'm so over you" picture on Instagram or any social media is proof that they're not over anything.
Yeah.
It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. If you missed today's second date update, Samantha wanted to call a dude named Charlie. They went out on a date. She had a great time. Was wondering why he wasn't calling back. Well, on that date, they took a picture, and later on, he went home and saw it on Instagram. He was tagged in it, but so was her ex-boyfriend, saying, "Look at me, I'm moving on." And he didn't want to go out with her again because he's like, okay, that's weird. I don't want to get wrapped up in all this drama.
Yeah.
But they worked it out, you know?
Yeah.
You know,
but
kind of.
he's probably still worried
Kinda.
a little bit.
And like I
Yeah.
said, he's hotter than the boyfriend, so he's got that going for him.
True, that was
Yeah.
a good point.
You know, you're never going to post a picture with somebody uglier and say, hey, I moved on.
No, definitely not. At the end of it, they did agree to go out again, and she promised that she won't do that anymore, and she's over her boyfriend. So
Yeah,
we'll
sure.
see where they wind up. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5.
Less than 3.
Today, a listener named Ryan is on the phone for a second date, and in his email, he said that he's been frustrated with dating recently, so he started trying a unique way to meet women.
Okay.
He didn't explain what it was, so I can only assume that he's dressing up as a dog and going to dog parks.
Oh, yeah, women love puppies.
They least expect it.
Yeah.
You just sit, you can smell whoever you want, you can hump anybody's leg, and then 6 months later, you stand up and reveal, "Hey, my name's Ryan. I'm not a dog at all. Would you like to go on a date?"
And
Yeah.
this whole time, I thought you were a horny talking dog.
Is that what you're doing, Ryan? Because that's what I was thinking.
Not quite.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Almost.
But now he's got a plan B for
Yeah.
if this one doesn't work out.
We'll find out what your unique way is in just a second, but tell us the name of the girl you want to call today. What's her name?
Chrissy.
Chrissy. All right.
Okay.
And did you meet her in the unique way that you've been meeting people? Sounds creepy.
Yeah, turns out I did.
All right.
Okay.
So what is that? What are you doing?
Okay, so
And I'm sorry to say that with so much judgment in my voice, but this is a second date and people do weird things. So what are you doing?
well, I'm self-employed. I have my own business, and I work in an office downtown, and my window is on the ground floor. So a lot of people walking by all day long. And one day, I had some buddies come by the office for lunch, and, you know, as a gag, we put up a sign in the window that says, "Ladies, if you see something you like, tap the glass."
It's like a sales window for a boyfriend.
Yeah, you know, I mean, did it as a laugh.
It actually worked?
To be honest, not really. You know, a few old ladies would walk by, they tapped on the glass. I would wave and smile. You know, some of them would tap again. I'd give them a thumbs up.
Like, no, I'm serious. Haven't been with a man in years.
Yeah, I think their average age was like maybe 80 or 85.
Good thing about me is can't get pregnant. Menopause. Want to go out?
God, menopause for them was like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, unfortunately, no one I was really interested in.
Okay. So you did get some tappers, just not the ones you wanted. And so did the girl you go out with, Chrissy, did she tap?
So here's the story. Like, after this fourth awkward encounter with an old lady, I obviously hadn't thought this through, and I was about to take the sign down. Then this cute girl tapped on the window. You know, I looked up expecting to see, you know, one of this rotating cast of women who...
Yeah.
She's like, have you been trying to sleep with my grandma? I'm mad at you. Yeah, you pervert. I'm guessing that was Chrissy.
Yeah, much to my surprise, there was actually like a hot girl standing outside. And,
Nice.
So what'd you do? Like run out of your office?
yeah, basically, you know, I was like, hold on. And I ran outside.
And I asked her what her name was, and she was like, well, I'm Chrissy.
Oh my God, I cannot believe this actually worked.
But almost didn't. She was like, Chrissy, but my name doesn't matter because I'm just here to tell you that I've walked by for a few weeks now. I've seen the sign in your window, and I just want to tell you, you're never going to meet a girl that way.
You're
Okay,
like,
so-
well, isn't that ironic? Because
Right.
that's what we're doing now, Chrissy.
I was like, well, that's not true. I met you, right?
Nice
Okay.
answer.
She laughed, and it felt like we had a good vibe, and asked her if she worked around there. She told me she did, and I was like, listen, obviously you just came to tell me that you thought this was pretty lame, but what if we just had one drink together?
Okay,
Okay.
good move. That's actually pretty smooth.
Yeah, and so, she agreed. She had plans that night. So I texted her. We made plans. We met up for a drink.
Uh-huh.
And, when we met up, she was in this amazing, sexy red dress. Like, literally my jaw dropped when I saw her again.
Well, and I will say
Okay.
that's a good sign for you. If a woman takes the effort to pick out a dress to meet up for a drink, that means that she wants to impress you.
And, in the back of my head, I was like, I cannot believe this stupid sign actually worked.
Yeah, congratulations. I mean, it sort of worked. You're not getting a call back now.
That's true.
Yeah, don't count your chickens, right?
All right. How was the whole date?
It was really good. We had a lot in common. We talked about concerts that we were into. We both like photography and a lot of the same music. I made her laugh a lot. The whole thing was great.
How long did you guys hang out for?
I think we had 4, maybe 5 drinks. I can't honestly remember. We were there for a couple hours.
Good.
Okay.
And we were talking about things that we wanted to do together even before the day was even over. Talking about maybe taking a hike or...
Okay, so that's good that you're planning on another date while you're on that date. Did you guys kiss at the end or anything?
At one point near the end of the date, I wrote in a cocktail napkin, if you like what you see, tap your lips on mine.
Oh, dude,
Okay.
that's so
Tap your
smooth.
lips.
Call back to the first original joke, how you met her.
I love it.
Yeah, it was kind of a callback, but that didn't really go over. She was basically like, that was pretty lame. But she laughed. Maybe it was like a pity laugh. And I was like, I know, but we should definitely hang out again. And she said, okay. And we hugged.
Uh-huh.
And that was that. And I haven't heard from her since, unfortunately.
Okay, nothing, and you've tried texting her?
Yeah, I texted her a few times, even gave her a call, which I know you're not supposed to do these days, but
What's your theory? Why do you think she's not calling you back?
I don't know, to be honest. Maybe it was like that lame joke at the end, but that's really the only thing I can really think of. And
Okay.
I did take the sign down, but now I feel like, I'm just like a sad little puppy in the window waiting for someone to come and pick me.
All right.
And if you
Yeah.
haven't seen her walk by, she's
sitting
taking
there.
a different way to work just to
Yeah.
avoid little sad puppy.
All right, well, we'll play a song and then come back and call her and get your second date, okay?
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right, man, hang on. Middle of a second date, and if you're just tuning in, Ryan is on the phone, and he thinks he's not getting a call back from a girl named Chrissy, probably because he asked her to tap her lips onto his lips. It's a weird way to ask for a kiss.
Yeah.
Kind of makes sense if you heard the first part, though. He met her because, as a joke, he and his office buddies put a sign on their window. They work on the ground floor of a building that said, hey, tap the window if you're interested in anything inside. And she actually did tap the window, but mostly to tell him he'd never meet a woman that way. And then he actually got a date with her. They went out, had a good time, but during the date, he tried to bring that joke back and wrote on a cocktail napkin, if you like what you see, tap your lips on mine.
Oh, man.
And he
I
thinks
thought
that
it was
lame
great.
joke is the reason he's not getting a call back. Ryan, are you ready to call her?
Yeah, I'm ready.
It just dawned on me. What if the whole thing was just a pity date? She felt bad for you that you were so desperate that you put up a sign.
Who's going to put in that kind of time to just give pity to a stranger?
Yeah, and she
Yeah,
did
that's a
dress
good
up and
point.
everything too for your
Yeah,
date.
that's a good
Seems like
point.
most people would have better things to do.
Yeah.
Okay, you're right.
Okay.
She
And
wore
maybe
that
she's
red dress.
evil.
That's
maybe
true.
maybe she's like, screw it. I got better things to do, but I just want to mess with this guy.
Either that,
We'll
she had
find
a real,
out.
Either that or she had a real dinner date after his date.
Yeah, you were the
That's what she
Yeah.
wore the dress for.
You were appetizers.
Yeah.
Maybe she was just in it for the free drinks, but I hope not, because I felt like we had a really strong connection with one another.
Who knows? All right. We'll call her and find out right now, okay?
All right.
All right, here we go.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Chrissy, please?
this is she.
Hey, what's up, Chrissy? How are you? I'm calling from a radio show. The reason that I'm calling you is because we got an email about you.
About me?
Yeah.
Okay.
We do a segment on our show, and it's called The Second Date. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then you don't call them after, they can email us to get you on the phone and try to figure out what happened. And we got an email about you from a dude named Ryan.
Oh, okay.
You remember
who Ryan is?
I do remember Ryan.
He's the guy with the sign in the window.
Yeah. Oh, God. Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Well, he emailed us because he said he really enjoyed going out with you, but now you're not answering any of his text messages or anything like that. So he's wondering if you did something wrong.
Well, I guess if I'm being honest, it feels like Ryan hasn't dated a lot. So it was just a little awkward.
Oh.
Okay, so he doesn't know how to date. Anything specific?
Well, I will say this. Ryan, he's a very nice guy. We had a good first half of the date. It was totally fine, just kind of getting to know you. And then I went a little overboard. It was a little too much too soon. So I didn't feel comfortable answering his text and continuing that.
Too much too soon. He said he didn't even kiss you.
No, not like that. We were talking about music, and we had a lot of music similarities that we enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this band I hadn't heard of, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, they're coming into town. I should get us tickets."
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, the tickets are like 7 months in advance." So that was a little like, oh, ha, ha. Like I thought he was being funny, and he was very like, I can hop on my phone and get the tickets right now.
Oh, a little too eager.
So, yeah, a little too eager. I mean, we were just getting to know each other.
Chrissy, is that really a bad thing? I mean, yeah, sure, it may not work out, and 7 months from now he may have to take a friend instead of you, but like, isn't it nice to have someone finally just say, yeah, let's keep doing this?
I am in agreement with you. I do think that it's nice, but it wasn't like that one incident. Like it just kept coming on like really strong. And
Do you have any other examples of things that he did?
he told me that I reminded him a lot like his mom. We had similar personalities.
Don't ever do that.
No, but that could be good.
No.
Yeah, he wanted me to go back home with him on this trip to like see his mom and hang out with his mom and see how we get along together.
Okay.
And I was kind of playing it off as jokes, but they kept coming where it was like, yeah, I think you get along with my family really well, and these are these things that we do back home, and you could join in. And I mean, it was like
that's a lot.
Planning family events, and it was like 45 minutes into our date.
All right. Wow. So,
and can we just establish, too, that I don't think that there's a woman on the planet that wants to be like your mom.
Right.
Like, it just, ever.
I mean, I'm sure that he meant it in a sweet way, but it just came across a little Norman Batesy-ish.
Right. I mean, he's already planning a date 7 months from now, and then he also wants you to go meet his family and go to their all events and everything else, and it's only your first
Well, that's
date.
not the worst of it.
What?
As we were leaving, he stops us at the host stand, and he asks the host if he can put in a reservation at that same table at the same time a year from now.
Oh, my God.
Oh, wow.
For the anniversary.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
Oh, no.
That's awkward.
Super awkward.
I'd be ready to run.
I mean, luckily that was the end of the date, so I tried as hard as I could to just play it off of like, haha, this is funny, because like he's a very nice guy. He did make me laugh, but the second part of the date, it was just very clingy.
Oh, no.
Well,
like he was sending me a bunch of text messages afterwards. He called me, like I was like, just back off, dude.
Yeah.
And he sounds like one of those people that just becomes the relationship too, instead of being
Correct.
two people in a relationship. You're one person.
Right. It just kind of weirded me out. It was too much too soon. And like you said, if it were done right in the right time, in the right fashion, I would be all over it. But,
Right.
45 minutes an hour into knowing somebody.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I'm with
That's a
you.
You know what else is moving a little too fast, maybe?
What?
Letting you know that he's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to
Oh, my gosh.
you.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I am. Unless he hung up. Ryan, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Hey, Christy.
Hi, Ryan. I don't even know what to say. I'm sorry that you had to hear that. I really do think that you are a nice guy.
No, I'm sorry. I'm like sorry if I came on too strong or if like that was too fast. It was like definitely not my intention. But I was just like felt like we really hit it off in the moment, and like when you see something great in front of you, you just like really want to take advantage. And like I just wanted to have a great time.
And I get that, and I respect that. It just was a little much of having that great time go for like the next 50 years together.
Yeah.
Well, right.
To be planning your year anniversary at the same restaurant. I mean, I'm assuming that's what you were doing, Ryan.
That was like kind of a joke, but I mean, like,
kind of.
I mean, I think it was just because that was like the nail on the coffin, I guess you could say, because Ryan, again, we did have a great time. You are funny guy, and we do have a lot of things in common, but it was like one thing after another.
Ryan's like, speaking of coffins, I already picked out our graves next to each other.
But Ryan, I mean, do you always move this fast? Like, you're at lightning speed, dude.
to be honest, I was going to buy tickets to that concert anyway. Like, I didn't necessarily have to go with you.
Hey, Ryan, it's okay to just admit that you were really into her, because now it sounds like you're just playing everything off like, it was more of a joke, the reservations. I was going to go to that concert anyway. I mean, I figured I got an extra seat on the plane to see my mom, so I was like, why not?
No, I mean, I'll be honest. Like, I really was into you. I really did like you. I just, I've got a great relationship with my mom. I mean, doesn't Freud say that, like, every guy is looking for a woman like his mom? Like, I thought it was a compliment.
Oedipus complex.
I mean, maybe that's true, but that's definitely not what most women want to hear on a first date, especially, wearing the dress that I was wearing. I didn't want to be compared to your mom.
Yeah.
But, look, you really did look like a younger version of my mom. I just, I couldn't stop myself.
Yeah, stop talking about that, Ryan. Yeah.
I mean, Ryan, you've got to see, if you're already planning your first anniversary within the first hour of hanging out with somebody, by the third date, you guys are naming your children. You've got to slow it down. Can you do that?
I didn't think it was really that serious. I mean, we can, cancel that reservation and, do something else for our anniversary if you want.
Okay, yeah, stop talking about the anniversary. Chrissy, would you like to go on a second date with Ryan? We'll pay for it, and then you can meet up with him and see if he can slow things down a bit.
Yeah.
Chrissy, before you answer, again, I'm really sorry. If you give me a second chance, we'll go out. I'll play it much cooler, and I really think that we could have a good time if you're willing to give me a do-over.
Pretty good pitch, Chrissy.
Yeah.
I will say this, Ryan, that I think you're very handsome, you're very sweet. We did have a good first part of the date.
See?
If you can keep things in the now, or maybe in a week from now, I would enjoy going on a second date with you.
Yeah.
Okay. Ryan, can you do that?
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Sure.
Oh, yeah, you don't sound very sure, but congratulations. Ryan, you actually got a second date. We haven't had one in a while.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
Yes.
Welcome. Make sure to invite us to the wedding, okay?
Oh, gosh, no.
Yeah.
Stop, don't ruin this for me.
So, wait on that engagement ring that you already bought. Wait to give it to her, okay?
All right, thank you.
If you're just joining us for the second date, we're talking to a super fan of the morning show. His name is Ryan, and he admits he was a little nervous to spend some time with us this morning. So before his call, he took something to help him relax. And, I mean, it's certainly been an interesting conversation.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely wasn't just a vitamin.
No.
Yeah.
No.
We figured that out.
We haven't really learned much about his actual date with the girl he went out with, Justine, other than they went to a wine bar and talked about our show a lot. But he did mention the next day he sent her some links to a few of his favorite show segments, and after that, she really hasn't been responding.
Do you guys think we're the reason?
I mean, we have been before.
Yeah.
So,
Wouldn't be the first time, so he wants to know the reason why she's been ghosting. Ryan, how you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
yeah,
You are.
bet you sounds like it.
Did you double down on whatever you're taking?
I just exhaled, man.
Oh,
Exhale,
you exhaled.
boy.
Okay.
Ryan, are you sure you want to call her? I mean, you're going to have to talk to her, and you're not in a completely lucid state.
No, but I'm in the zone, though.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, he's used to
Okay.
this.
We
This
just
is why he finds us funny. He's always like this.
Yeah, that's why.
we need you to just concentrate this
Yeah.
whole time, okay?
Okay.
If this goes well, we might need to send him an email to remind him that he got a successful second date, because he might totally forget. But, okay, I'm about to dial the phone number right now. You ready to do this?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Okay.
Good luck. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is this Justine?
It is me, yep.
Hi, Justine. My name's Jeffrey from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
God.
You've been listening.
Yeah.
No way, is that you?
Yeah.
Brooke? No way.
Yeah. Hi, Justine.
Oh, God.
Hi, guys.
Oh
Hey.
my God.
Why are you calling me?
Because
I
you're
love
awesome.
that.
Yeah. No reason. We're doing a segment on our show that we do from time to time here.
Oh my God, no way.
Yeah. Do you know which one I'm doing?
No.
Well,
Okay.
Want to tell me?
Yeah, I mean, we're doing the second date.
I love that one. I love that one.
Oh,
Okay. That's great.
Fun.
That's good.
Okay, well, I'm
You guys,
guessing.
this is so, no, I'm so completely obsessed with you guys.
Wait,
Oh.
I'm sorry.
I love it.
For how long? How long have you loved us?
Well, basically for 5 days. You know, I went out with this guy.
That makes you one of our longest running fans, actually, so congratulations.
Yeah, I love like your loser line.
Okay.
Like, who are these people?
I know.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
one of them is you now. You'll be featured.
Thanks. I really do actually feel special about that.
Okay.
God.
Yeah. Justine, like, this is awesome. Like, we really appreciate that you're a fan, and thank you so much for listening. But we do
Well,
need.
thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you. We need to bring it back to the reason that we're calling you for the second date, because Ryan, the guy who sent you all those links,
Yeah.
he's hoping to get back in touch with you, and he doesn't know why you've suddenly ghosted him.
Well, you know, you guys, I'm like, it's totally embarrassing to say this, but it's kind of like I have a little crush with somebody else.
Oh, you met somebody else?
I totally have a crush on Jose.
Oh.
Our Jose?
Is he there?
Yeah, you said it with an accent. I don't speak Spanish. You're like, Jose.
Can I just say I love you? I totally have a girl crush on you.
Oh,
And-
well, thank you.
Oh, totally. And it's like I have been obsessed with your entire persona on these podcasts. Like your Rolando voice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Latin lover.
Just do it for me now. Do the Rolando voice and eat it not.
Come on, I'm getting shy. You put me
Okay.
on the spot.
What? Come on,
Do
Jose.
it.
She's a fan.
You can talk to me in your sexy Rolando voice. We eat nachos together and drink margaritas.
That was pretty good.
This is really good.
Yeah.
Wait, but just because
Okay.
you have like a crush on Jose, why aren't you calling
Yeah.
Ryan back?
Because if Ryan had the same personality and was as funny as Jose,
Oh, my gosh.
I would totally be into him, but he's not. I totally have like a girl crush on you. I feel like I'm in 5th grade.
I am
You know?
flattered. I'm
Oh.
blushing for the first time in a while.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Me too. I'm dying. I'm like sweating. My hands are sweating. Oh, I'm like, oh, my God.
Wow.
But hold on. We don't know each other. We don't even know if we live in the same state. Why would you not date another guy who you have met because you think another person's funny?
Yeah, Jose, I think we're forgetting that Ryan is actually on the line
Yeah.
here.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember how these work, Justine? Ryan's on the other line listening.
She's only heard a couple.
Right, that's how this works.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, okay. And I'm assuming that Ryan has something to say about this. Ryan, are you there?
Jose, why you moving in on my date, man?
No, no. I'm not moving at all.
Good. He was just a loyal fan, and then you come in and block him.
Yeah.
I'm not moving in on anybody, bro. I'm here to help you still, okay?
You've already talked to her. Like you're asking her what state she's in and where she's living.
No.
I heard it too.
Yeah.
No,
He has a good point.
I didn't ask what state. I just said we probably don't even live in the same state.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to help you here.
No, man, you're talking to her. I've been listening to you forever. I know when you're flirting with her totally.
Call him out.
Not at all.
He did have his calendar out. He was looking for open dates.
Oh my God.
Can you knock it off? Like this is second date, not like steal my date.
Oh,
She's laughing.
yeah, I know. I hear Justine giggling
I
back
didn't
there.
say anything funny. She's giggling on her own.
Ryan, be nice here. Let's play nice. I said I have a crush on him and not you.
Oh my gosh, you're making this worse
My God.
for me.
We have a little morning show love triangle going on right
we
now.
don't.
I know.
It is not a triangle. It is a
You know-
straight line. There's two ends,
Okay,
not three.
here's the thing about Jose, Justine, that a lot of people don't know. He truly is like kind-hearted, really wants a relationship, has been not very lucky in love, and this may turn it around for
No,
him.
that's not helping. I mean, that's sweet. Thank you.
I can tell that from his voice.
Yeah, very small package, too.
Very small.
But
Extremely
you know what?
small.
He would make up for it in effort. He really
Yes.
would, I'm sure. I think you should pursue this.
I love that.
No,
Yes.
you guys, hold on. My co-host, stop doing what you're doing. I see what you're doing.
We're helping.
No,
You
you're
complain
digging.
all the time about not having dates.
Dude, you're digging a hole. I don't know her. She doesn't know me.
You're worried about never becoming a father?
I do want to be a
whoa,
father
Brooke.
someday.
I love that. I love
Come
You
on.
always say love comes when you least expect it.
I know,
You
but
said
I'm flattered, but no thank you.
What?
Dude, now you're messing everything up.
Can't do anything right, Jose.
I want you guys to be in love. I want everyone to be in love.
Well, if you still want that, stop trying to make us laugh all the time, man.
I'm not trying. I'm
Knock it
just
off, Jose.
I'm sorry.
I'm
just
just
nap-
charming. I can't help
Yeah.
it. I mean,
Comedian, dude.
What?
I don't know. I'm not even saying anything funny.
You're a comedian who's just about to get punched in the mouth.
Oh, come on, dude. See?
Piece of shit.
No, bro. No, now he's talking crap.
Ryan, the
calm
drugs
down.
have gone bad, okay? Go to sleep. You'll feel better tomorrow.
I'll give you tickets to a comedy show.
I'm going to feel better when my hands are around Jose's neck.
oh my God.
Hang up. Hang
That's
up
when I'll feel
right
better.
now.
All right,
Choke
that's-
that mother out.
The real question is, who are you going to ask for a second date?
I can't date her. I don't know her, guys.
Well-
I think that's
stranger.
I think that's up to Jeffrey.
Yeah, well,
No, it's not.
I-
It's up to me.
I think because Ryan is the one who asked us for help, I need to ask on his behalf first.
No.
Justine.
Oh my God, I look so bad.
I mean,
right
Ryan,
now.
look, I'm just going to be honest, Ryan. This isn't looking very good for you right now,
No.
but I'm still going to ask.
Nope.
Justine, would you like to go out on a date with Jose?
I don't know her.
We will not pay for that one. Ay, ay, ay.
I have nothing to do with this.
Muy caliente.
I cannot say yes. I don't know who she is. I don't know how many kids you have. I don't know what your job.
You've been with girls knowing much less than that, Jose. Let's be honest.
As if those things were
Yeah.
important before.
We've got a guy on the phone for a second date. His name's Ryan, and apparently Ryan's a big fan of the show.
Oh, cool. That's awesome, Ryan. Thank you.
And it's just kind of funny. Most of the time when people write in, they tell us about their dates and what happened, what they
Right.
liked about the person they were with. But Ryan didn't say a whole lot about his actual date. His
Okay.
email was mostly questions about our show
Okay.
and about us and what he likes about us. He's just a big fan. So,
Are
Ryan,
we just calling to meet him, or
I
Yeah,
don't-
we're just trying to toot our own horns here.
he said he wanted a second date too. But Ryan, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, guys. I'm a stan, not a fan.
Stan.
Oh my gosh!
That's-
If you guys don't know the Eminem reference, Stan, it's
Come
like
on.
a super
It's a new,
fan.
it's a new like lingo. Like if you stand something, you know, like the Eminem song
No.
with the crazy fan who writes him letters and then ends up killing himself.
Sounds really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm like.
If
Okay.
you stand something, you were like obsessed with it.
Everybody says stan now. Everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know.
okay.
Jeffrey, God dang.
Tell us more about the woman that you want us to call today. What's her name?
Justine. Justine, yeah.
Did you forget?
Yeah.
I may have taken something before I did this.
Wait,
Oh my God!
you're on drugs?
Wait, what?
Hope he didn't take too much. He's like really standing. Like, what's
Yeah,
going
what's
on?
going-
Dude, no wonder he's a fan of our show.
Yeah. So, can you focus a little bit? Tell us about your date with Justine.
Yeah, we did it on an app, a dating app.
Okay, that's how
Okay.
you met.
Yeah. Brooke, you didn't meet Michael on an app, right?
I didn't.
Apps were
No.
invented back then.
Michael's Brooke's
Shut
husband.
up, you guys. You guys suck. They were. No, I met my husband through work.
Which is like
Oh, okay.
so old school.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
This
as
is a
much as I want to
person?
go into Brooke's relationship, I'd really like to focus a little bit on Justine.
Yeah.
And so you met her online.
Wait, is Alexis there?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, she's
Oh,
here.
okay, just checking. I can hardly hear you.
Oh,
Oh
I'm
my
here.
God, my Alexa just went off.
Oh, because you said Alexis.
I get that one
Okay.
a lot. Okay, back to Justine though.
Okay,
Yeah.
so anyway, yeah, we went to a wine bar, and
Oh, wow, that's fun.
we talked about you guys too.
How much?
Does she listen?
Well, it just came up naturally because somebody here loves wine.
Brooke.
That's me. Yes, I do. I mean, okay.
So anyway, she's a nurse. She's really cute. And I do graphic design, so
Cool.
I'm chill, and she's very, what's the word? Like, she's with it.
Yeah, she's a little bit more put together maybe than you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't mean that in a mean way.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, just I have friends who are graphic designers, and they're super chill too.
Sorry, guys. This is just the stuff talking.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
Can I ask, did you show up sober to your date with her?
Apologize. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
You were sober.
All right, so let's refocus once again. You're at the wine bar. You're talking about our show with Justine. How did things go?
Yeah, we talked about stuff. We talked about traveling.
Okay.
I know, Brooke, you like to travel. We were talking about going to Thailand and like.
Brooke has been to Thailand.
Yeah.
God, what's so funny?
You?
No, this
You're
is
kind
great.
of funny. You're all over the place,
Yeah.
but we're following. We're following.
Okay. I mean, I could come over to the station and we could.
No, we're good, man.
Okay. So we went to the parking lot and I got her an Uber, and there was like a moment there where maybe I should have grabbed her and kissed her, but it was like I was too chill, so she just got in the car, and I texted her that evening.
That's a good move.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure she got home okay. I didn't hear back. And I know she arrived because Uber sent me a notification, but no notification coming from Justine.
Okay.
And then I might have overdone it on social media the next day, but, I don't know.
What does that
Yeah,
mean?
what does that mean? You overdid it.
I sent her a bunch of links to your guys' program, the ones that are online.
Okay. So she wasn't a big listener before you.
No, but she said she loved it after I described it at dinner.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, but I wanted to actually give her the full, experience audio.
Okay.
Because me talking about it's not the same thing. Sorry, I'm not boring you guys.
No,
Not
this
at all.
is, this is good stuff.
I actually think that's a good thing because it shows that she likes your type of humor. Like if you like our show and she likes our show, then you guys mutually probably will find the same things funny.
Exactly, and that's my master plan.
Oh,
Okay.
Step ahead.
But wait, so what happened after you sent her the stuff? She never wrote you back?
Nothing. Like, yeah, big time ghost.
Oh.
So maybe she didn't like it.
Or maybe he sent so many links that she's just still listening to all of them. We have a lot of content.
She fell in love with us.
Could happen.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What are you thinking went wrong?
I have no idea. Maybe I talk too much. In general, talk too much about you guys' show.
I'm afraid you know a little bit more about Brooke than you do Justine.
That's a good
From your
point.
date.
Yeah.
You may know more about me than Alexis
Yeah,
does.
that's a good point. What is one thing that you liked about Justine?
I mean, she's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, guys. I mean, she was cute.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, you know what? Why don't we play a song? You can pop another one of whatever you're taking, and you can think about it, so you'll have something to talk about when we come back and we do your second date. Okay?
Yeah. Dope.
Dope. Okay.
Dope, man.
Pun intended.
I
All
like
right.
it.
Hold on.
For today's second date, a dude named Ryan is on the phone, and he went out with a girl named Lisa, and she's not talking to him after their date, which is standard for a second date. But apparently, according to his email, she wasn't even talking to him on the date.
Oh,
so I don't
what?
even know why he wants to call her, but we'll find out. What's up, Ryan? How are you?
Hey guys, I'm doing all right. How about you?
That she's not like mute or anything, right?
She's not mute.
Okay.
Your email said that it was kind of an awkward date for you.
Yeah, it was all set up to be perfect, but it just turned out a lot worse than I planned it to be.
How did it get set up?
Me and Lisa, we met, on dating app. I believe it was Bumble,
Okay.
and she'd been telling me about how she had a stressful work week, and I just felt like the perfect thing to do would be a massage, Who doesn't like a massage?
Right.
Wait, are you guys in the same room getting massaged, or is it separate massages?
Kind of intimate.
Well, I hadn't done it before, but I kind of pictured it like kind of the same room, music, the scents or whatever, the smells and I don't know, clothes kind of coming off, maybe kind of romantic in that way, you know what I mean?
It's kind of a lot for a first date, I would think, but who knows? Did she seem to like it?
I ran it past her, and she was actually really excited about it.
Okay.
good.
I
I
mean, if she's on the same page as you, cool.
Yeah, so, it was set up to be something really cool. In fact, when we got there, the whole vibe that I thought it would be was in place, the music, the smells and everything. It was romantic.
Nice.
And then we get there, and the two different massage tables were set up so that we were looking at each other.
Okay,
That's
that could be
intense.
kind of awkward, yeah.
So intense.
Yeah, I was like, okay, well, we'll get a chance to kind of chat.
Oh, man, but talking during a massage is the worst time to talk.
Know. Even talking to the masseuse
No,
gets weird.
I mean, I don't even want to pass I like it hard. That's all I want to say.
Dang, Brooke.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, I have very limited massage experience, so I just thought, hey, it'll be relaxing. We'll get to, connect.
Okay, and did that work out for you?
Well, unfortunately, as I start to try and talk to Lisa, the masseuse shuts us down immediately. She's like, no talking. I can't do my work if there's talking. I have to let the music guide me. I'm like, what?
No.
Okay.
You got the most serious masseuse.
Yeah, you're like, I'm paying for this.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah, it was awkward.
And that's a little that's a little woo-woo. Let my music guide me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're just kind of staring at each other in silence while we're getting this massage. It was a little weird.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
it sounds weird.
I would have kept my eyes closed.
Yeah. Is that all you did for your date too? Did you just end things after that?
No, I mean, I tried to still communicate. After 15 minutes of that awkward silence, I end up raising my hand at one point, and I asked for a piece of paper from the masseuse.
Wait, you're going to write notes back and forth?
Yeah, I was I'm going to try to at least talk to her through, writing notes on paper.
Well, that's persistent. That's good.
So I tried that, and after a while, literally my arms were, getting tired, and it was just awkward.
Yeah, I got to think trying to write notes while you're getting a massage would be tough.
Yeah.
So then I tried to mouth little questions for a while, and it was just so awkward.
Why did you just not give up and just be silent? Are you uncomfortable in silence?
I was just trying to get to know her, I don't really know her that well except for messaging through the app.
So how did it end up?
Well, I'd also bought tickets to go see a movie right next door afterwards.
Whoa.
So, we finished things up, but we're running a little late, so we scurry over to the movie, and we get there right as the last preview's ending.
So another instance where you can't really talk.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, another 2 hours. I'm sitting there right next to this pretty girl who I want to get to know, and I can't say anything.
Oh.
This is kind of horrible date planning
Yeah,
on
this
your
is a
part.
terrible
I'm gonna
idea,
say.
all of
Hey,
it.
movies are great, massages are great. Maybe not for the first date, I guess.
Yeah,
Right.
not together,
Or
too.
together.
So did you
yeah.
guys ever talk?
Well, that's the thing. After the movie, I'm like, hey, you want to go grab a drink? I feel terrible. We didn't get to, chat much. And at this point, she was just we've already spent quite a bit of time together, and I have some plans afterwards. And I was just like, oh, crap.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
So overall, you probably said 5 words to your date.
Yeah, hi, bye.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, 5 out loud words. He mouthed
Yeah.
a lot of words, apparently, during the massage.
I'm guessing no kiss.
No, unfortunately.
no, there's no way.
All right. And she hasn't called you back at all after?
No, she hasn't called. I've been trying to text her a little bit. She won't respond. And I mean, it wasn't like we were angry at each other or anything, or something went terribly wrong. It's just I feel like she doesn't really know me, and I just like to get another chance to show her who I am,
Yeah.
Totally.
It doesn't sound like a bad date. It just sounds incredibly awkward.
Yeah.
Just bad planning, I think, is what you can chalk that one up to. So maybe you can get a second shot.
I sure hope so.
All right,
Maybe you guys can help.
We'll play a song and then come back and call her and get your second date, okay?
Cool, thanks.
All right, hang on. I'm going to start the second part of today's second date with a live reenactment of the date that our listener Ryan went on
Okay.
Oh, wow.
with his girl Lisa.
Cool.
Here's how it went. Hey. Hi. Okay, bye. Bye. That was pretty much it. There
That
was
was
like
a fun 5 hours.
not a lot of talking, and
Yeah.
it was long too. If you missed the first part of today's second date, Ryan went out with Lisa. He scheduled a couples massage, which is kind of weird for a first date, but she was into it. They got the massage, but there was no talking during the massage, so they couldn't talk then. And then they had to hightail it over to a movie that they were late for. So they sat in the movie theater, didn't talk then, and then the date was over after. So they really didn't talk at all on their first date, and now she's not responding to any of his texts or phone calls. All right, Ryan, are you ready to actually talk to Lisa?
I would love to talk to Lisa.
Oh my God. Yeah, I think you can do this, Ryan. I think we can get you a second date. Yeah, granted, she may have spent the entire hour-long massage regretting the decision to do it, but I think you have a shot here.
Yeah, I mean, if you could just please just try your hardest because she's amazing, and I know sometimes you guys don't always try that hard.
All right, we'll give it an effort. We'll at least say more than 5 words to her.
Promise.
Excellent. That'll be better than I did.
Okay, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Lisa, please?
This is she.
Lisa, how are you? This is Jubal from the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay.
You ever heard of the show before?
I think I've heard it a few times.
Sweet. Okay. Have you ever heard a second date before?
No.
Okay. Well, I'll describe what that is, and that's the reason I'm calling you today. We do a segment on our show called The Second Date. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not talking to them after, they can email us to get you on the phone and ask why. Any of this making sense yet?
Good for those people, I guess. I don't...
Okay. What if I told you you are one of those people?
No, I didn't email you.
Well, yeah, no, I know that, but somebody did email us about you.
Wait, what? About me?
Yeah, we got an email from a dude named Ryan.
Oh, boy. Yeah?
You
Okay, you remember you went out with Ryan?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm assuming it probably wasn't the best date you've ever been on.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty disappointing.
Yeah, it sounds like it. We talked to Ryan because he emailed us. He said that you're not returning any of his phone calls. I mean, he kind of knows that it was an awkward date. He told us about how you did the couples massage thing, you couldn't really talk, and then you went to the movie theater, couldn't really talk, and he thought the whole thing was awkward, and he wants a shot at a do-over. That's why we're calling.
Okay. I mean, it was so awkward.
Well, I mean, what did you expect, though, Lisa? I will say, when he said that he even suggested a couples massage for a first date, I mean, with a person he met on a dating app, I can't believe that you agreed to it, to be honest.
We were all kind of thrown off.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I kind of just assumed it was a very sweet gesture. We had obviously been talking, and it was a really stressful week.
It is a sweet gesture. I mean, you still think that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It means he was listening to me, and he understood where I was emotionally, I guess.
Right.
But I don't know. It was odd, but I didn't want to just like put the kibosh on it. So I was like, well, if we do that, then it's going to be weird. But then, then we'll go out to dinner or something and then be able to actually get to know one another.
Okay. And that obviously didn't happen. He told us that you guys went to the movies and you couldn't talk there either. And then that was the end of the date. Was it worse than what he describes, though? Because what he describes is just awkward.
It was. We had to rush to the movie. We were late after the massage. So then there was really not even talking in between the two things.
Yeah.
So it just sounds like really bad planning.
Yeah, I mean, bad planning, but I also just had this feeling like he didn't even want me to talk the entire time.
You think he planned it all on purpose so you wouldn't talk?
I don't know, because I was just trying to find ways to connect, right?
Uh-huh.
And so at one point there was this cool special effects thing, so I leaned over just to be like, oh my gosh, how cool is that? Very quickly.
Yeah.
And he shushed me.
So you didn't talk beforehand, and then you're at the movie and he actually shushed you.
He shushed me. And then I was going to say, I'm sorry, because I did feel like an idiot, because it's okay, well, we're in a movie. Sure. I shouldn't say anything. So then I go to say, sorry, I just wanted to talk, and he shushed me again. I couldn't even apologize.
But maybe it's just a natural reaction. Like if you're sitting in a movie theater and someone's talking. Because he did say that he was trying to talk to you during the massage, that he was mouthing words to you and even attempted to write a note.
But that's weird. I'm not going to pass notes back and forth as I'm getting my naked body rubbed down by another stranger.
Yeah.
There's a lot of strangers there.
And it wasn't like he shushed me once. He shushed me twice. That's a rude thing to do.
Yeah. And it's
It is a
weird
little
because
rude.
he said he was disappointed that he didn't get to talk to you very much. He didn't mention that he shushed you.
Yeah, it was all very confusing, honestly.
Was it an amazing movie that he was super into?
He must have been, but I wasn't talking through the whole movie. I was just trying to make one little...
Oh, sorry.
Oh, thank you.
It is so rude.
Habit, I guess.
Oh, man.
At least I can understand why you're not calling him back then. But he is on the other line and actually wants to talk to you.
He really does.
What?
Yep. Ryan's on the other line listening and wants to talk to you. Ryan?
I'm here. Look, the whole shush thing kind of was on you. I mean, you did try to talk to me during the most exciting part of the whole movie. I mean, before or after, that's cool. We can say something here or there, but during like the climax of the movie? Come on.
It was almost 3 hours where we hadn't spoken.
Ryan, that's what you're coming with? Is it's on you?
Yeah, it should be I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, hey, hearing her now, like, saying she was into the movie, she was going to comment on the movie, I thought she was, like, trying to bring up something right at that point. I'm like, I get into movies. I'm sorry.
We had been in silence for hours. I was just trying to establish, like, a little connection, just a little bit.
I get it now, and I apologize. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, but, like, other than that, like, did you like me? Did you have fun?
I don't know how I'm supposed to respond to this. How would I know if I liked you?
Other than the fact that you told her to shut up.
Like, you know, just like the vibes that like were coming off of me, that you were giving me, like the chemistry that we had, like the way that you were looking at me and the way I was looking back at you. I know you had to feel some of what I was feeling.
I feel like, I guess I'm confused because we barely looked at each other either, because my face was down for the massage in a hole, and then we're at a movie looking at a screen.
Well, I mean, when I was mouthing the words, you were looking back at me when I was trying to mouth the words.
Yeah, no, you're right. When you were mouthing words to me, I was very excited and turned on by that, trying to figure out what you were trying to mouth.
Perfect.
No, I think she's joking, Ryan. I don't think she's serious about that.
I mean, Ryan, at first you sounded like a sweet dude, and now you sound like a guy who just doesn't get it and maybe didn't want her to talk.
I don't know, a little pushy.
No, look, like, that's not it. Like, I totally wanted her to talk. Like, we were just in a bad situation. Like, well, let's talk, like, right now. Let's have a date right now. Like, I know we're not seeing each other in person, but, like, let's use this time.
What?
And, like, let's date.
I don't think we have time for you to go on a date right now.
Oh, I'd like to hear
Ryan.
On the air.
No, come on, let's give it a chance. Why not? Let's pretend like we're at a nice restaurant, like there's candles, like the lighting's dim. You know, we've already ordered a really nice appetizer. And it's on its way.
This is not how this...
Like, no, I mean, like, where did you grow up? You know, what do you like to do for fun?
You're actually trying this, huh?
Where do you grow up and what do you like to do for fun?
It is kind of cute how he's trying.
So, Lisa?
We're on a radio show. I don't know. This is so weird.
I think you need to be more open-minded, Lisa, and answer the question.
Yeah, Lisa.
Open-minded.
What kind of TV shows do you like?
I can't. I'm not going to do this right now.
Oh, man.
Just go out on another date with me. Come on.
Oh, there you go.
All right, Lisa, would you like to go on a second date with Ryan? We'll pay for it, and then you can have this awkward conversation in real life.
That was the most awkward date I've ever been on. I don't even know if we can call it a date. And
Which one? The date you actually went out on or the one we just heard?
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's fine. You can classify that as a date. So we've now been on 2 bad dates. So I'm going to have to say no.
Oh.
Dang.
Oh, come on. I admit, the planning was bad. The next time, I promise, no couples massages, no movies where you can't talk. We'll go to a actual nice dinner instead of trying to imagine one over the phone.
And you're not going to take me to the library, are you?
Yeah. That'd be amazing, actually.
Ryan sounds adorable, and you did say in the very beginning you thought he was thoughtful and listened to you when he even booked that massage to begin with.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the deal. If this is going to happen, what you have to do...
Did you just shush her?
I'm just kidding. It's a joke. It's a joke.
Hey, this guy.
Oh, maybe too soon?
I like it.
Yeah, you're going to have to work on your comedy there a little bit, too.
So what do you think, Lisa? Will you go out with him one more time?
Well, it seems like this isn't going to end until I say yes, so I guess I'm saying yes.
Yay!
God, look what we accomplished when we
Sweet.
actually tried.
Congratulations, Ryan.
Right.
You got a date, not because she wants to, she just wants to get off the phone. So congratulations.
Before we do today's second date, I need a show of hands.
Okay.
If someone reaches out to us and says they technically didn't go on a date with this person, should we still help them?
Yes. I'm saying yes.
Yeah,
Am I the
I'm
only
okay with
one?
helping.
Come
I say
on.
no.
Rules,
Sorry.
schmools. Let's go.
Just taking the vibe of the room. I'm getting a yes from
Yeah,
Alexis. I'm
wanna
getting a
help him out.
yes-ish from Jose.
No, my hands are all the way down to the ground.
I'm all the way
Opposite
up.
of
I got
Hannah.
2 of my hands up.
Oh, Brooke's cheating.
Why are
She's
you
using
not
2
counting
hands,
my vote?
Jeff.
Oh, okay.
Brooke's cheating.
If you move both hands, it cancels out. So it's a no from Brooke.
Good.
Brooke thinks it's not worth calling unless you've made it to third
I
base.
did not say that.
But it's 3 against 1
I
here.
love the rules.
So let's just go to the
What's
phones.
happening?
Rudy, what's up, man? We're here to help. At least 3 of us are.
Yeah.
What was your vote, Rudy? Did your hand up or down?
I'll take all the help I could get.
All
Awesome,
right,
man.
Rudy.
Okay.
I'm the only one rooting for you over here, Rudy.
So I know you
Thank
said
you.
technically you didn't go on a real date with this person, but what's her name?
Well, Allison is mainly.
Mainly.
Usually you just have one.
She's like, she's got a middle name and a last name too.
Yeah.
So
Her
he
name
wasn't
is-
sure which one to go with.
There was a complicated trifecta happening at one point, which I could get to.
Okay,
Okay, so the name has something to do with it all.
I guess so.
What?
Huh.
Yeah.
Where did you meet Allison at?
So my one friend, Mark, he's like a business marketing. To tell you the truth, I don't know exactly what he's a.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
He
fine.
wears a tie to work, and it's in a huge building.
Okay.
Well, you know what?
Okay.
He works for a big company.
But Mark isn't the guy that we're calling, right?
No.
Okay, so we don't need his whole backstory. Why don't you tell us about Allison or whatever her name was?
Okay. Well, he took us to this party, anyways. He and our other friend Jeremy, and it was like this really super posh party.
Ooh, fancy.
You know, there's going to be free drinks there. Our friend Jeremy, who went with us, is a total partier.
Okay, again, we just need to get to you
lot
meeting
about your friends.
Allison
Yeah.
at the party.
Okay, I'm just trying to set it up for you. Okay.
All right.
So we go to the party. I feel like we're looking pretty suave, and a couple girls approach us.
Okay.
Is one of these women Allison, or are these completely other
No,
women?
that's my other friend Cassandra. Now I met her.
I'll
Okay.
be crazy partier as well.
Yeah.
It's Allison and her lovely friend Whitney came up to us, and they
Okay.
asked us if we were waiters.
Oh.
Oh, that hurts so
that
bad.
has happened to Jose before. Didn't it
Yeah.
happen once?
Oh, ouch.
Yeah.
Well, I asked if we looked like waiters, and I thought we looked like the guys in Pulp Fiction, so I thought we were looking more that vibe.
Oh, yeah.
Same with me, like Brooke said. You wear a black button up, everyone thinks you're a server.
Yeah.
Come on,
Right.
this is a nice shirt.
Okay.
I think they were mainly just trying to break the ice and flirt with us. And,
Oh, that'd be smart, kind of.
I
like
mean,
playful.
Maybe.
and they were cool. They were funny. We were making them laugh. They were making us laugh. We had a good thing going on.
Oh, okay.
Good,
so you
good.
guys started hanging out after the whole waiter debacle.
Yes, exactly. So there was this auction they were going to have to auction this $5,000 bottle of wine or whatever it was off, you know.
Whoa.
And they
Damn.
were saying, if we win this bottle, you guys have to come share it with us. So they were definitely putting it out there.
Oh, dang.
And then, you know, the DJ started up. It was all 80s music. We were all dancing together. And I don't mean to be like bragging, but
Oh.
I'm pretty sure both the girls were into me at this point.
Both of them.
What makes you say that?
Yeah.
Just the way we were dancing, and, you know, I felt like a bit of a pinball at one point
Huh.
in the dance line, if you know what I mean.
What?
So-
what,
Oh, yeah.
what was the way? What do you mean the way you were dancing?
Well, I was in the middle, and I felt like I was kind of getting knocked back and forth a little bit.
Oh,
Oh.
it's like a
Like a mosh pit?
like an Allison sandwich with whatever her friend
With
was
Whitney.
named.
Her friend is Whitney. But then Allison pulled me to the side at one point, and we were kind of soloing, so I kind of inched her towards the darkness a little bit, and
Darkness. You want to go to the dark corner with me?
Yeah. Where nobody can see or hear you.
well, you know, we were trying to find a little bit of privacy. It was going that direction.
Okay.
I mean, this is like part business, like party, and part middle school dance.
Yeah.
Is what it's starting to feel like.
Well, the throwback 80s was, I mean, yeah, it did feel like a different time, but
Hey.
Okay.
speaking of that, When Doves Cry came on, and she pulls me in, and we start going at it.
Oh,
Is Doves Cry a song?
Hold
Did you
on.
ask if
Yeah.
it's a song?
Yeah.
Oh my
Alexis
gosh.
Prince.
It's an 80s song, so
I know Prince.
You don't know Prince
do,
if
I
you
do.
don't know When Doves
Okay.
Cry.
it's a really,
Continue,
really
sorry.
famous song from the 80s, very romantic. So she pulled you in to kiss during that.
Yes, and it was very hot. It would look like a Prince video.
Nice.
You're wearing all purple. You got a ruffled shirt on.
You're like, oh, my eye
Yes.
makeup is running. Oh, my mascara.
So did something bad happen after this? Like why?
No, that's why. Yeah, that's what I don't understand. That's why I'm calling you guys, because after that wine auction was over, I went back. I couldn't find Allison, and I found her friend Whitney,
Uh-huh.
and she said Allison had left, but she gave me Allison's phone number.
Okay.
That's a good wing woman.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Just left?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
and I texted Allison, and I mean, we had a back and forth, but then suddenly she just ghosted, stopped responding.
Oh, interesting. I mean, at first I thought that maybe Whitney gave you the wrong number or something, but if you actually talked to her.
Yeah. I mean, is there anything else from the night that you think could have been a red flag for her?
Not that I can remember.
Was she super wasted?
No.
Were you super wasted?
I mean, I enjoyed maybe 2 drinks at the beginning of the night, but we were dancing. By the time I got the phone number, I'd sweat it all out.
Okay.
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 Did you end up winning that $5,000 bottle of wine?
No.
We'll see.
Nobody did. Maybe that was part of the problem.
Maybe there it is. They said we only want the people that can afford this.
I feel that.
All right, Rudy. Well, let's play a song. We'll come back, call Allison, and then we'll try and get you your second date, all right?
All right, thank you.
All right, hold on. I'm sorry to bring back bad memories with this song, Rudy, but I decided to play my When Doves Cry instrumental that I made on my old Retrosonic Synthwave keyboard that I have at home.
That's why it sounds like that. Yeah, okay.
But the reason I'm playing it is because Rudy kissed a woman named Allison that he met at a recent charity event while this song was playing in the background.
Yeah.
And by the time the night was over, Allison had already taken off. Luckily, Rudy got her number from one of her friends who was still hanging out there. And so we're about to call Allison because she's been kind of slow, kind of spotty responding to Rudy's text. Rudy, how you feeling, man?
I mean, that song was too soon, to be honest.
Too soon. Oh, buddy. Did you ever even get a chance to ask Allison out again?
I mean, I tried to. That was the no response part. I think that might have been where we left.
That's tough.
Okay.
I just completely don't understand it. Like, even while we were texting, I felt chemistry, and I definitely felt the chemistry that night when we were dancing.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the worst.
So you went to that dark corner.
Well, let's figure out what's going on, man. We're going to call Allison. We'll try and get you your second date. Are you ready?
Yeah, I am. I'm ready.
All right, man. Here we go.
Hello?
Hey, is this Allison?
Yeah, who's this?
Hey, my name's Jeff from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning.
Oh, I don't understand. What is this?
This is a radio show.
Yep.
And we do a segment called A Second Date. That's also what this is.
Oh.
Okay. Have you ever heard it before?
No, I haven't at all.
Okay. I was a little more hopeful, but that's fine.
At all? Not even once?
Well, you should definitely go to my Instagram at It's Young Jeffrey, and you'll find a little bit of information about our show on
Yeah,
there.
he posts once a year.
A very small amount of information, but quality.
Maybe the link to our website. We're legit though. We're not some weirdos. We
We're
do
not
this all the
that
time.
legit,
No,
though.
we are weirdos.
Okay, well just
Anyway, this is called a second date. That's where if you go out with someone and afterwards, if that person isn't calling you back, you can email our show and we'll reach out to them for you to help you figure out the reason why.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay?
okay.
Well,
This is good.
yeah.
Somebody likes you. They want to see you again.
Exactly. And that person's name's Rudy.
Okay. Oh, I don't want to do this.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Do you remember Rudy then from the party?
Yeah. I feel bad. I think he's probably a really nice guy. This is just my friend's fault for giving out my number.
Oh, you didn't want Rudy to have your number?
Are you in a relationship or something?
No, the whole thing's really weird. It's kind of a long story.
We have time. That's actually perfect timing.
Well, we don't have too much time,
Yeah.
but why don't we tell you what we know? And then you can fill in the blanks, okay?
Okay, perfect.
So we know that you met Rudy and a couple of his friends at a charity event, and you guys hung out for a while, shared some cocktails. You guys were talking about bidding on an expensive bottle of wine together, and you ended up dancing, and you and Rudy shared a nice little kiss.
Well, we shared a kiss. That is true.
Oh my God! It was like
Took
a
out the nice
moment for
little-
him. He even knew what song was playing when you guys were kissing.
Yeah.
It was When Doves Cry. Do you remember that?
I remember it was a slow song.
Okay.
Okay.
It wasn't as magical maybe for you as it was for him.
There were like no sparks lit for me. It was
Oh, wow.
Oh.
I was hoping for something a little easier.
literally
than
the
that.
opposite
Yeah.
of what he said.
Why didn't you like him?
okay. This is really bad, so please don't judge me.
no.
But so me and my friend were at this thing, and it was really boring. And at the start of the night, we saw this group of guys, and I don't know how we came up with the idea, but basically we chose the one that was like the most medium attractive of the group and had a bet of like who could get him to kiss them first.
Most medium.
Oh.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I know it's really bad. I didn't think I'd have to tell anybody about it, obviously. So
I think it sounds kind of fun.
Yeah.
it was fun. It was definitely fun. It was really messed up. It's not something I would want to like admit to having done, but it made the night way more interesting for sure.
Yeah, and so Rudy was the guy.
Yeah, so we were both kind of just like flirting and being a little competitive, and then like during a slow song I was kind of able to sneak away with him. And
Oh, I see.
This all makes sense.
This is why he was saying, like, they both seemed kind of into me.
Yeah. Which I can't believe he was reading that right. I thought he was totally off base. Like, oh, of course, some guy always thinks that
I thought they were like
multiple
pushing him
women-
away.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I understand it started as a bet. Was there anything maybe that was between you two?
like I said, there weren't any sparks. So yeah, I kissed him, and then it was kind of like I got my $20 and I just left to avoid the awkwardness.
Oh, man. So it's messed up that your friend Whitney gave him your number.
Yeah, I feel like she did it just to mess with me. Like, I don't know what she thought was happening. It feels like she was just trying to mess with me. Like, she was mad she lost her $20.
Do you realize how well that worked? Like, now you're on a radio show. Your friend trolled you to the utmost degree. Like, you got on the radio.
Yeah, she owes me more than $20.
Yeah.
Well, Allison, as
this
much
is
as I
uncomfortable.
appreciate you sharing that with all of us, this is about to get a little bit more uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because I need to let you know that Rudy's been on the other line listening this entire time.
Oh, my God. No, I feel so bad.
Yeah, he wants to talk
Oh,
to you.
that's really bad. Oh, my God. I'm so sorry.
It's not great.
Rudy, there.
Wow. I thought this usually happens to bad guys. What?
Oh, buddy.
You're not a bad
Don't
guy.
be upset.
You're a medium guy,
She
according to Allison.
Medium attractive. Apparently, it felt like you were much more than medium attracted to me. And whether it started as a bet, it felt like there was sparks to me. Better no bet. I mean,
Girls are really good at faking it, bro.
Okay. I'm really sorry. I mean, it's not like I honestly even gave you a chance because I was just really, this sounds mean, we were just really bored and I was just kind of looking for something to do, and it was just like a competitive thing, and so I'm
you were
sorry.
bored than you weren't bored when you were hanging out with us. You were having a good time. So yeah, you started.
No, I did. I appreciate you guys being fun, and I did have a good time. That's definitely true.
Well, maybe you should give me a chance to show you a totally different situation. You approach it differently, just to hang out and see if you have a good time, with no bet and no pressure from your friend and no $20.
Hold on, slow down, brother.
So, wait, I think that's kind of cool because, I mean, listen to this guy. He could be irate with you right now. He could be calling you names. He could be really angry. And instead, he's pretty understanding and pretty chill about it. Like,
I'm an understanding guy. I'm a sensitive, nice guy.
yeah, I mean, honestly, Rudy, it's an impressive response.
Yeah, just even keel, not too hot, not too cold, average Rudy.
Stop it, Jeffrey.
It's a good thing, is what we're saying.
Allison, I just think that, like, maybe there's something there if you actually did what he said and gave it a chance.
Yeah, I mean, I feel really bad. I feel like I probably owe you that much.
Yeah, and
Don't do a pity date.
I think Rudy's fine with that.
is it possible that Whitney gave Rudy your number because she felt like there was a connection there?
I definitely didn't think about that until now. I mean, it's possible.
Dude, listen, I'm all for love, okay? I love that. But this is probably the first time I've ever said this. Why do you want to go out with her, bro? She just rejected you. You look thirsty now, dog. She's like, I don't like him. It was a game. And you're like, well, let's do it again.
Medium guys are a little thirsty. That's okay.
Medium guys.
Maybe I'm a hopeless romantic, but I really felt something there, and I feel it's worth trying to get a second chance.
It's possible that Allison was so focused on her winnings of $20 that the money just blinded her to what was really there.
100%. That's 100% what could have happened. I'm like an intensely competitive person.
Hey,
Wow.
I didn't think of it that way.
I know. I never thought that line was going to work, but since it did.
How about this? I bet you will have a good time if you go on a second date.
Are you seeing her 20 and raising her 20? Are we doubling down? What are we doing?
That's right.
I'm doubling down.
In fact, if you say yes to that, Allison, then we will offer to pay for that date.
There we go.
Okay, I would definitely do that.
You are making so much money hanging out with this guy.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a yes?
Yeah, it's a yes.
Yeah.
All right.
You won't be sorry.
Look at that. Magic is in the air. Prince has entered the building once again. Congratulations, Rudy.
Thank you, guys.
Oh my God, I didn't think this was gonna turn out
I didn't think so
cute.
either. In
Yeah,
fact, I'm feeling a little bit tempted to kiss somebody here.
Who's the most medium of the bunch?
Yeah,
Jose, step on up.
Rudy, I love you.
I love you too.
Prince really does work magic.
Every time.
Are you single and feeling out of the loop? Put away that mouse and get out of the house. Join In the Loop, Seattle's brand new activities club just for singles. Go to intheloopsingles.com today.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
You know, this might be the first second date update we've ever done where I won't need to pay for the second date at the end of it.
I didn't think of that.
Between the two people if they decide to go out again. Kevin is on the phone with us right now, and Kevin wants to call a girl named Simone. The interesting part about this, though, is Kevin wasn't completely honest with her when they went out. He's very wealthy. His family's very wealthy. He comes from money, and usually that's a problem for him when he's dating because that's all that girls are interested in.
Poor guy.
So he tried to play it a little different this time. Kevin, you know that a lot of people are going to be texting in going, who is he?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Even I want to know.
And I promised Kevin we wouldn't say who it is, but I can tell you I talked to him off the air, and all he'll let me say is that his family got all their money in the tech industry.
Okay.
And that's it. Right, Kevin?
Yep.
But I have confirmed it. It's legit. Kevin is a very, very wealthy man.
Really?
Yeah.
Like very wealthy, Jubal?
Yeah, that's what he said.
I just wanted to
let it
know.
go. Yes, very wealthy, Jose. I know you have problems paying your car payment.
Yeah,
he has
I
more
do.
money than you.
Yes, I am, Jose. That's exactly why I didn't want to tell this girl.
Yeah, because that's how people act towards you, right? Like, wait a minute, you're how rich? How rich? Oh my God, like,
what?
wait a minute. Like, what's your monthly paycheck?
Yeah.
Have you ever been turned down before, Kevin?
Turned down?
Yeah, like denied another date. Like, you seem like a really nice guy, possibly
I've
handsome,
never been
with
turned
lots
down
of
for
rich.
anything, ever. Nobody's ever turned me down for a date or when I wanted a car or when I wanted a plane or when I wanted to buy their business.
No, I guess, it sounds really snobby to say, but I haven't.
It is really snobby.
I've been the one doing the turning down,
Yeah.
I can imagine.
It's understandable. You have a problem that most people don't have.
Right.
I mean, you're an attractive person for anybody to date, no matter what.
At this point, you guys are starting to scare me. I think y'all are going to start asking me on dates. So can we just make a phone call? Or
Yes, I'll make the call. I realize it is getting a little uncomfortable. We're just harping on your money now. All right, I'm going to dial the phone number right now and see if we can get Simone on the phone. Here we go.
Thank you.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Simone, please?
this is Simone.
Hi, Simone. How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm sorry, where did you say that you're from?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Okay. I'm not familiar with that show.
Oh, so you're the one.
I don't get it.
Yeah, you're not supposed to, really. That's fine. So if you don't listen to our show, I'm calling you today because you recently went out on a date with somebody who does listen to our show, and he asked me to get a hold of you. His name is Kevin.
Okay.
He's texted you a few times and hasn't heard anything back. Did you not like going out with Kevin?
This is just really weird that you're, I don't know, calling me and asking me about this.
I understand. We make a ton of these phone calls. It's never not weird. But do you have a few minutes to tell us about your date with Kevin?
I don't know. Is this going to, get really weird and personal? Because I definitely don't want to do that.
Get as personal as you want it to get. We're just wondering why you're not calling him back. That's all. And he's wondering why you're not calling him back.
I don't know. I just guess I didn't really get the right kind of vibe from him.
Was he like too nice? I mean, we talked to him. He sounded really nice. Maybe too nice?
No, he was
appropriately nice. He's the right level of nice. I don't know. There's just something about him that didn't quite come across as the kind of person that I would normally want to date.
Is he creepy?
No, he wasn't creepy. He was sort of, frumpy, which...
Frumpy?
Yeah. My first impression was that he wasn't making a lot of effort for this date.
So you like he dressed poorly?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like he seemed he hadn't washed. I don't know, like I was wearing heels and I was wearing a really cute dress and I wanted to make a good impression and I didn't get the idea from him that that was important.
Were you... What? Because I always think frumpy, immediately I think chubby. Are you not attracted to him because of his body build?
He's cute. Not frumpy like chubby, just frumpy like I threw this on and whatever.
So you feel like he didn't put in enough effort to try to impress you?
Yeah. He was very polite. It's not like he was a jerk or anything. He was a nice person. I just had this sort of feeling from him that he is not a particularly motivated person or has any sort of real kind of hustle.
Really? You know what? There's nothing more unattractive to me than somebody who isn't motivated. I will agree with you on that. And so that's the vibe that you got, huh?
Yeah, I mean, he just seemed kind of vague and uninspired, and I have a lot of passion, and other people who have a lot of passion, and he just didn't seem to have a
you don't
really excited about.
You don't want to date somebody that's going to sit on the couch and just watch Netflix all day, suck your bank account dry, right? Yeah, I understand that completely.
You know, you want to be with somebody who wants to make something of themselves. What is wrong with that crazy person in the background?
Sorry. I'll explain to you why Jose's laughing so hard.
Okay.
I think I might know why you had a hard time connecting with Kevin.
Yeah.
We talked to him a little bit, and he told us he was trying something different with this date. A lot of his previous dates judged him for how much money he has. So he was trying to sort of dumb himself down, I guess, to not seem like he was as wealthy as he is.
Why would somebody do that? It doesn't even make sense.
He told us that he wanted a normal dating experience with a regular girl that he met online.
Yeah, but a normal dating experience, you still, like, put on a button-down shirt. I mean, that doesn't even...
I'm with her.
Listen, as rich as this dude is, he probably doesn't even know what a normal guy dresses like.
Seriously. But wait, who is this person? Is this guy some famous person? And
No, if you looked him up online, you would know who he is.
Are you going to tell me? I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this information.
I'll just let you talk to him. How about that?
Hi.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's Kevin. He's actually on the other line and been listening this whole time.
Oh, my God. You've been listening?
Uh-huh.
Oh, my God, Kevin. I'm sorry I called you frumpy.
That's totally fine. I was actually going for it, going for a certain look. So I can totally see what you were seeing.
I just feel like I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this information because whoever this person was that you were, like, trying to pretend to be I don't think that's going to get you any more dates either. I don't...
Like, I want to be clear. It wasn't like I was trying to be someone else. I just didn't want to divulge everything about my life and, like, have you get obsessed about, like, my family and money like everybody else I've gone out with.
Well, I think at this point, the only thing I can do is just ask you who your family is.
Yeah, that's what I was avoiding. I don't want it to be about that. I don't want it to be, like, some sort of, like, I'm wooing you with cash here.
Well, I wouldn't want it to be about that either, and I'm sorry that you've had that experience. I understand why you've had that experience, but give me a chance to not be that kind of person.
So wait, I can't tell. Simone, do you want to go out with him again, or do you not want to go out with him because you still think he's boring? I can't tell.
Yes, I want to go out with him again. I just need Kevin to promise to be authentic.
Okay. Well, at this point, I would love to ask you guys if you'll go out on a second date. I will pay for it. We already know Simone wants to go out. Kevin, would you like to go out with Simone again?
I'm going to have to pass. I'm going to have to say no, man.
What? Really?
This just didn't...
What? It didn't work out the way I wanted it to.
You're the one that called in to get a second date. And you're the one that told her about the money.
I didn't say it. Jubal told her about the money.
That is true. I just wanted her to know what she was missing out on by not calling you back. Why don't you want to go out with her now? It sounded like you were into it before.
The whole point was to be anonymous, and now the whole thing's kind of blown up in my face. She knows who I am, sort of. And I don't know.
Who you are.
Yeah, she doesn't really know who you are yet.
Yeah, but the money has come into the picture, you know?
Okay, I think that's always going to be a problem for you, though, man. Like, you're going to have to get over that at some point.
It's going to be a problem because it keeps making it a problem.
Yeah.
Well, now I just really don't want to go on a date with you because of your tone. I mean, you sound kind of bitchy.
What? You know what? Good luck. I don't want to go on a date with you either.
Oh, great. Well, maybe I'll date one of the actual radio listeners rather than you. So
You want to date one of our listeners?
Good luck with that, buddy.
Hey, trust me, I can get you a date with one of our listeners. Text in 78592. You know they're only going to be interested in you for your money, though. That's it.
Money doesn't buy a personality.
Oh, yeah, but it buys a lot of other things.
That is a very good point, Kevin.
Yeah, you're an ass.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
And welcome back to Brooke and Jubal's expose on the history of the wink. The wink really started catching fire in the 20s when it was the best time to let your gal know that you knew of the closest speakeasy. You'd throw her a wink, and then you guys could go drink all night long at some seedy bar. But it was really the 70s where the wink really caught its stride. And groovy cats were winking at all the foxy ladies, taking them down to the disco to do the hustle and the wink.
Wow, I feel like I've just been schooled.
But sadly, after the 70s, the wink fell on hard times.
Oh, yeah, it did.
And it's sort of been dead since the 90s. But now it's been revived by one man named Ryan, who's on the phone for a second date right now. And Ryan apparently met the girl he wants to call today because of a wink.
Single-handedly reviving
Yep, you're reviving the wink, Ryan. Interesting. I didn't know winking still happened.
Oh, yeah. I wink at everyone.
Oh, you wink at everyone. You're just throwing them out there willy-nilly. Like, it doesn't matter what they're like. You just wink it away.
It's a bold move.
Oh, no, she winked at me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've winked before, but no, she winked at me.
Oh, wow, a lady bringing the wink back. That's weird, man. I've not heard of anybody meeting through a wink. So tell us about the girl you want to call today. What's her name?
Her name is Paige. So we were at a house party, right? And I saw her across the room. She was smiling, laughing with her friends.
Okay.
So then I just casually walked over and I said to her, "Hey, I saw you winking at me from across the room," which she didn't, but I said it anyway.
Oh, okay. She didn't really wink.
I see.
Yeah.
All right.
Did she think that was cute, obviously?
Well, no, at first she was kind of weirded out and said, "No, I did not wink at you." But then I said, "No, let me double check. Let me take a moment and let's reenact this." So I went back across the room and I waited for her to wink again, although she didn't. But I walked across the room again and I said, "I'm pretty sure you winked. I'm almost positive." So then she started laughing.
Oh, she did laugh. Okay.
Thought it was
okay.
funny.
I mean,
all right.
basically, when you went across the room, you gave her an out to leave, so she was interested.
Well, at least it worked.
Yeah. So did you guys just hang out that night, or did you go on a date?
So we hung out for about an hour. We just talked about life and our goals and what inspires us. And
Wow.
it was really, really cool, yeah.
You guys got deep quick.
Yeah, it was kind of surprising, actually. I didn't expect that, considering how corny my pickup line was.
Yeah, right?
Not bad. So did you guys go out on an actual date?
Well, no. I mean, that was technically, I guess, the first day of hanging out at the party.
Okay, so you've been trying to get her to go out with you again after meeting her at this
Yeah.
party, and she is not calling you back, or what?
Well, so it kind of ended a little weird. I asked to call her, and she said yes. But then instead of, like me giving her a kiss on the cheek or, like a hug or some kind of embrace, she just reached out with her hand, basically was signifying a handshake.
And you didn't slap her hand away and be like, "No, we kiss over here," and then...
Well, I didn't quite know what to do with that. She just kind of reached out, and I was like, what is she doing? And then I realized it was a handshake, so I kind of just slowly went in and shook her hand.
Oh,
I mean, that is a setting her boundary move, right? Like, that's her letting you know this is where I'm at right now.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it was a first for me. I've never had a connection with a girl, and then she wants me to shake her hand.
Otherwise, she seemed interested?
Well, okay, so there was this point in the night where we were conversing. We actually moved rooms because it was really loud in the room we were in, so we had a hard time hearing each other. And we went upstairs just to find a quiet spot just to chat, and we accidentally walked in on some people.
Oh, it sounds like they weren't just people sitting in the room. Like,
And how many people are we talking about that you walked in on?
Look, I'm not going to go into details about that, but let me just say we basically walked in and immediately it was one of those movie moments where we slowly walked out and closed the door slowly.
Oh, we don't belong
I had no idea that Chad could twist in those ways.
Yeah.
Did her demeanor change after that? Did she go from friendly to maybe a little colder or anything?
She definitely felt awkward. And I mean, I didn't at first. Of course, that changed once I kind of put two and two together, and she might have thought I was bringing her up there to join them.
That's what I would have thought. That's exactly the first thing I thought of when you said that.
A little coincidental,
I didn't even know who were the people that were in. I didn't know the people in the room at all.
Right, sure.
Definitely not me.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go to
I'm telling you, I'm not lying, man.
Isn't it loud in here? I know a nice quiet room upstairs. Oh, whoa. Look at what we just walked into.
It did not go down like that. I assure you guys, that was not my intention.
Yeah.
It just was an accident.
It doesn't matter. I mean, that's why you got a handshake. I'm certain of it at this point. No. Absolutely.
Great. Man. I really liked this girl. I thought, all the reason to call her again and make this right and clear the air.
All right. Well, we'll play a song, come back, and then call her and get your second date, okay?
Thanks.
All right, hang on. If you're just tuning in for today's second date, Ryan is on the phone with us, and he wants to call a girl named Paige. Ryan, I don't care so much that she's not calling you back. That's not what I'm really focusing on. What? You met this girl at a party. You said everything was going cool, and then there was a moment where you went to switch rooms because where you were at was too loud, and then you opened the door to this room, and there was a bunch of people in there getting freaky. And that's the part that's got me kind of twisted up, Ryan. Like, I need more details on that specific moment.
No, you don't.
Because I'm just wondering, like, how many people, was everybody focusing on one person, or was there, like, I've drawn a picture. I've got a picture I just drew, and I want to make sure that it's correct. So if you could give me any more details, Ryan, I'd appreciate it.
He's
on that part of your
diagramming
date,
it.
please. Can you hook me up?
I'm not going into the details. We're not going to go down that road. I already told you.
Okay.
Seriously,
Is
Jubal,
any
that's,
sounds you can remember? Sound. Maybe a sound you can remember?
that is what the internet is for you, dude.
I'm not going down that road.
Good. Don't.
Oh,
See?
all right.
Which makes it even more believable that you didn't on purpose bring the girl to that room.
I did not bring her to that room on purpose. I
don't care. I just want to know what was happening in there. All right, well, we'll continue on, I guess, and we'll call Paige, even though that's not the really important part of the story.
You're a weird dude, man.
Yeah.
Oh, did you say there was a weird dude in there?
No.
Talking about you, unless you were there, sir.
Damn. All right. Well, I'm going to dial Paige's phone number and see if she'll give me the details, and then find out why she's not calling you back.
Dude, do not ask her about the details. That's going to make his situation worse.
Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is this Paige?
Yes. Who's this?
Hey, Paige, this is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Get out.
Hey, Paige.
I don't want to get out right now. I want to talk to you more.
I don't think she meant literally.
What are you doing?
Standing
That's a good question.
in front of a microphone talking to you on the phone right now? What are you doing?
I'm surprised that you guys are calling me. What's up?
Not much.
Paige, you sound so cool. I want to hang out with you already. You're just chill.
I am cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. We'd have fun.
You sound cool, and the dude that went on a date with you and wants to call you for a second date thought you were cool too.
Oh, that's why you're calling me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do you know who would want to do a second date update with you?
Not really, no.
I think this one would be confusing because I wouldn't even consider your first hangout an actual date.
Okay.
His name is Ryan. You remember meeting a dude named Ryan at a party?
Oh,
He said that he met you at this party and he's been texting you to hang out, but you have not gotten back to him.
that's true.
Why is that true? Is there a particular reason that you don't like Ryan?
Don't like is a harsh way of saying it. I just didn't feel the need to talk to him again.
He has. I mean, we've kind of worked out a theory on why you're not calling him back.
Why do you think?
Because he led you to a room where there was a bunch of people doing stuff with each other.
Oh my God! he told you that?
Yeah. How many people was it in there? Just curious.
It was, more than a few.
Oh, cool. All right.
Oh my God! What did you think when you opened that door and saw that?
I was surprised.
Yeah, it's usually surprising when you open a door and something like that's going on. Pleasant surprise or a bad surprise? That's the question, I guess.
I was pleasant surprised.
Oh, what?
Huh?
You were into it?
Hold on.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of bold of him to do something like that. Kind of taking me to this room seemed like, oh my God, this guy is kind of on another level, kind of cool. I liked it, and so that was game.
What? You were down to hang out in that room.
Well, I was until first he kind of pulled me a little bit, and I kind of held, I stood kind of strong, trying to let him know it was cool. But then he kind of pulled me a little harder, and he shut the door, and I thought, what's that about?
Oh, my
Oh, so you were actually disappointed that you guys left the room.
Yeah, it was kind of exciting,
Whoa.
Okay, and why didn't you tell him that?
Well, I kind of wanted to see his reaction, too, but then he just seemed to turn into a big prude.
Okay.
Turned into a big
This is not the direction we thought this was going to go.
No, Ryan
No.
actually thought that maybe you thought he took you to that room on purpose and it turned you off. But apparently it did the opposite.
Why would it turn me off?
Well, because you gave
don't know.
him. I mean, it's a shock. It's a lot when you literally have only said hi to someone, basically, and then you gave him a handshake at the end.
Yeah, because after he shut the door, and then we started having these long, drawn-out, boring conversations, I was like, he did it on accident, I guess, and he just seemed like he was going to be a bore.
Man, Ryan got totally mixed signals from you.
My mind is
I don't think that it was. I think Ryan doesn't get it.
No.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's definitely not going to get it, it sounds like. But Paige, Ryan is on the phone and wants to talk to you right now, unless he got scared and left. Ryan, you there?
Paige, I had no idea that you were into that kind of thing. That was totally on accident that I took you into that room.
Did you hear what we just said?
Yeah, I heard everything.
Oh, my God. You guys are crazy.
So wait, Ryan, are you feeling? What are you feeling?
I don't know what I'm feeling right now. I'm so confused.
Like sad that you missed an opportunity, intimidated.
I'm kind of confused, but I'm also like turned on a little bit, and I'm also I don't quite understand. Like, okay, I assure you, I'm not a prude, but I didn't want to like.
No, Ryan, you wanted to get out of that room pretty fast.
Yes, because I was worried about what you were going to think.
Well, you could have just asked me what I thought.
Oh.
Well, you got so quiet and a little awkward afterwards, so I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure how you felt.
I was quiet because I was hoping that you were going to invite me, but you never did.
Wow, Paige.
I love Paige.
Paige, I was hoping to, like win you over kind of thing, but I didn't really exactly want to win you over with a bunch of other people in the same room. Like what I mean is I don't want a bunch of other people winning you over at the exact same time. I'm trying to win you over.
What is going on?
I don't know, but I think Ryan, are you looking for the same thing Paige is looking for at this point?
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely.
Really? You are?
I don't think you even know what Paige is looking for.
I don't either, but I want to go down that road.
Okay, you're ready to try it out. Well, in that case, Paige, Would you like to go out on a second date with Ryan and maybe many others? I don't know, but we will pay for you two to go out at least.
You know, it was spontaneous, right? That moment was so brand new and spontaneous, and he didn't sink down at the time. Ryan, you just didn't pick up the signals, and I just, I don't think it would be right to go on a second date and not feel like you can be spontaneous.
Are you serious?
We can't go back and relive that moment, so...
Yes, we can. I'm all about living in the moment, Paige.
All right.
I know a bunch of parties where all of that's going on constantly.
Oh, my gosh.
You do?
Yes, my friends are freakadelic. They like to...
I don't know if I believe him.
Yeah, but now... I don't know. Now I'm going to go, and you're going to be expecting me to want to do something like that. And then what if I want to do something different?
Yes.
What are you going to do, Ryan?
She brings up a good point.
Paige, if you're asking me to watch, I can watch. I've done it before. I'm a pro.
I'm a pro. What do you think?
Paige, is any of this attractive to you?
I just think, our time is over, Ryan, and, you missed it.
Oh,
That
my God.
boat has sailed.
Damn it!
All right, well, Ryan, I'm sorry you didn't get a second date. And Paige, I'm sorry that Ryan didn't seize the moment. And I'm sure you'll find other opportunities, though, if you just keep your eyes open.
There's no way that this could be my life.
You know what, Ryan? Why don't you text me when you're at one of those parties, and if I see you around, I see you around. How about that?
Done.
All right. Well,
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
today's second date update is actually a lot like a Craigslist misconnection.
Really?
Because this dude we're about to talk to met a girl at a bar, got her number, and then she was gone forever.
Oh, my goodness.
And now he wants to call her and see what happened.
I bet it's the beginning of a beautiful love story.
Actually, there's a lot of details that happened in between that we should probably talk about, but I'm going to let him tell you exactly what happened on their date. Billy is on the phone with us right now. Billy, what's up, dude? How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. So why don't you tell everybody what happened on your date?
All right. So it was a few weeks ago. There's this girl, Christy, I met at this bar. I was with a bunch of my friends. She was with a bunch of her friends. And, I certainly noticed her right away. And she has this great smile. She had a really nice rack.
Yeah, those are the things that you notice first on a girl usually. It's usually the other way around. It's rack, then smile, but whatever.
To each his own.
So you liked her a lot, and you guys hung out at the bar. Your email says that you met her there, and then you continued to hang out with her throughout the evening. What did you like about her so much that you want to do a second date update?
I have this pickup line that, it's kind of hit or miss, but when it works, usually it's a good sign that the girl has a good sense of humor. I go to her, has anyone ever told you you look just like Megan Fox? And Christy looks nothing like Megan Fox. Absolutely nothing like her. And if she gets it, then it's great. And
So that line usually works either way. Like, if they don't look like it, they're like...
Funny.
Yeah, they're like, oh, that's funny. But if they do think they look like it, they're like, oh, that's sweet. People tell me that all the time.
Yeah. If
All
they
right.
really look like Megan Fox, then they actually are put off,
Oh, okay.
But that's probably above my pay grade anyway.
So your line worked on her.
Yeah, it totally worked on her.
And, and you guys hung out all night talking and I assume drinking. Like, how many hours are we talking?
We were there for like an hour, and then we couldn't really hear each other, so I said, let's go to another bar.
Okay.
And she said, absolutely. So we went to this other bar just kind of around the street.
And you guys broke off from your friends at that point, and it was just you two?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, everyone, could see that there was some chemistry there. So, yeah, we went, and I went to get her a drink, and I come back with the beers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen this guy kind of, really close talking and kind of, touching her leg and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think she wanted any part of that. So I go up to him, and I said, what the are you doing?
Really? You couldn't have come in easier than that?
Yeah,
hey
bro,
what's your
what's
name?
up?
I mean, this isn't your girlfriend.
I know, actually. I said that, and he goes, who the are you? And I said, I'm her boyfriend.
You actually said that you're...
Really?
All right, well, hey,
Yeah,
you know what?
I did.
But I've done that before to help somebody out. Like
Yes.
I've walked up to a girl and been like, hey, you can tell if a girlfriend doesn't want to talk to a guy. I'm like, hey, that's my girlfriend, and then the guy will leave. Now usually I'm not that aggressive right away, but whatever. And it obviously didn't work out for you very well, did it?
Well, I mean, after I said it, he basically told me to go his and I just hit him.
Oh, you punched him?
And that's what I mean by she mysteriously disappeared at that point.
That escalated.
What was her reaction?
Not a lot of girls, Billy, like it when you get in a fight after meeting them, like 45 minutes in.
What was her reaction?
To tell you the truth, I didn't really know right away because we kind of took it outside. A whole circle formed around us, and it was all like kind of crazy. I did see her for a second, and so when the cops showed up, I didn't see her afterwards.
Yeah.
No.
Did you end up getting arrested?
No, I didn't. I just took off.
Okay.
I took off. As soon as the cops got, I just bolted.
All right. So you pretty much understand that probably turned her off a little bit. That's probably why you're not getting the call back, Billy.
I mean, you know what, though? I mean, I thought it was relatively chivalrous. I didn't start. What? He did not look comfortable.
Right.
Like, being touched by this guy. I'm not cool with that.
The funny thing is, I just read an article in GQ talking about like the differences between gentlemen now and being a gentleman back in the day. Back in the day, Billy, that would be the right move. But according to GQ, now
Not
girls
good
don't
enough.
like it when you get in a fight over them. Like unless they're absolutely in trouble and you have to use force. But
Yes.
it's not a gentleman thing anymore.
You don't have to just immediately punch somebody in the face.
I didn't think it was immediate. I mean, I thought he was kind of provocative and disrespectful, and anyone, I mean, even if it didn't involve a girl, if someone talked to me, I'd like, of course I'm going to clock them. No way.
Okay, so you feel like you were sticking up for her and you were protecting her.
I thought so. I thought it was the right thing to do.
Now, have you tried to get a hold of her since then, and what have you said to her?
Yeah, I just called, and I just said, I really enjoyed seeing you and talking with you. I'm sorry that we didn't really get a chance to talk more, and I apologize that you had to experience that, with that dude. But, I mean, it's 2 weeks ago. I haven't heard. I called like 2 or 3 times, but I don't know.
Are you a guy that gets in a lot of fights, Billy?
I'm not. I'm really not.
Really? How many fights you been in the last year?
I hadn't been in a fight last year. The year before that, I got in 2.
Okay. That's kind of a lot of fights. Like, once you get out of, like, 17 years old, you don't really fight that much. So,
Yeah, I know.
all right, man. Well, we're going to play a song, come back, see if we can get her on the phone, and get your second date update, okay?
All right.
All right, try not to punch anybody in the face in the meantime. Hang on.
The 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Lydia, if a guy was to punch somebody out in your honor, would that make you happy or want to see the guy again? Would that make you swoon inside?
Well, I'm a former vegan and I drive a Prius, so what do you think?
While he's stomping the guy's face on the concrete and he looks at you and goes, "This is for you, Lydia."
Blood everywhere.
Would you love that?
No,
No?
not
Okay.
really turned on by violence. But I can appreciate that. I think your heart was in the right place, Billy.
Yeah, I asked Lydia the question because Billy is on the phone with us right now, and he wants us to call a girl named Christy who he met at a bar. They met, hung out. 45 minutes later, he was punching a guy's face in because he saw the guy talking to Christy.
It was more than just talking to her. The guy was touching her leg.
All right.
So you feel like the guy was groping her and you were coming to her defense. But you realize that's probably the reason she's not calling you back. I mean, most likely it's that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just needed to state my case, because I really do want to go out with her again, and I want her to know that I'm a good guy.
My only advice going into it, Billy, would be it sounds like you think you were in the right 100%. And if you're going to ask for a second date, you got to be willing to admit, maybe I was wrong.
Well, I don't know. I saw what I saw.
Yeah, Billy, that's not the right way to do it.
Nope.
That's not how you do it, man. Look, even if you feel like you're right, just go, "Look, I'm sorry about that. I overreacted. And I should have maybe just seen if you were okay before I decided to try to open up the guy's face on a curb outside."
Yeah, of course. I don't want to scare her off. I'm not an animal. But I did think I was doing the right thing. I can't back away from that,
Okay, well, I'm going to dial the phone number right now, see if we can get her on the phone, okay?
Yeah.
All right, hold up, man.